Hello everybody and welcome to Black Ram GX Gaming. We're here today. We've 100%ed 2 days ago Spyro the Dragon. Yesterday Spyro Ripto's Rage. Now we're going to do Spyro Year the Dragon. Hey Joe, how are you doing? Did you make a different account or something? I saw you followed me, but I was like, wait, but you're already following me. What's happening? So I was confused. Not upset about it. By the way, thank you for following. But I was a little confused is all. By the way, if you guys are watching this for the first time, don't forget, don't be afraid to hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit that share button, comment and tell me about your day. Even after the stream, feel free to do that. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and hit that like. Appreciate it. You know, we already got a guess on today's trivia question. Whether or not you're correct, well, we'll never know. Until the end of the stream, of course.
Get her! Stop her!
I love this intro to this one. Because there's the dragon that's the big guy standing right there. Like if you fell, he would fall on her. He's like, stop her. But he doesn't move. And he's right fucking there. Hilarious.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness.
Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
Uh-oh, looks like someone already did. Hello. So I think this one's quite a bit longer. So I don't think I can beat this one in one stream.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the dragon worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
Poor excuse.
The world? The
What a
Forgotten
lazy
Realms.
fairy.
Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes. Yeah.
Alright, so basically I just jumped through the hole. That's all you miss. But we gotta try to do this fast. We're still speed running to some degree. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. If I can get close to beating it today, I'll beat it. I'll stay the extra time. There's quite a bit more to do, more to collect, more worlds. Thank you, thank you. She's gonna come taunt me. And I'm just gonna skip through it. She's like, oh, so you're the one they sent us to take back the eggs. Well, you can't do that. I'd just give up if I were you, okay? It's like, no, bitch. I'm taking these eggs. And they're all gonna hatch from my mere presence. Seriously, they just hatch just because I'm near them. It's great. Never felt so loved. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have come here yet, huh? Because I can't finish this one without the kangaroo. Big mishair, big calculated mistake. I'm just dyslexic, I can't say words. Ooh. Gotta fire that guy. Okay, I got it.
Hi, it means you're...
Oh, that was a close one. Oh man, I should have been keeping track of time for this level. I gotta be what? 2 minutes into it? 3 minutes? Oh, I thought I could get in that dish. I was wrong. It happens. So yeah, that little area I was just at. Down there, I can't get into that until I freed Shayla, a kangaroo. No, oh, oh. Thank you. Got Bernie back. Oh, we got another vote for Milky Way. One for Andromeda. Nothing for Butterfly yet, huh? I'm shocked. Skill point acquired, so that was for getting all of the trees. Just thinking, I bet you there's one up here. Oh! There's two of these challenges. I think the second one... Oh! You can't fall off your skateboard or you gotta start all over. Okay, so I'm like way over 10 minutes at this point anyway. Yeah, there's no way. No way to beat this in anyway near the same time you did the first couple games. Thank God. I'm just trying to get off the skateboard. It was just not letting me.
All right, go get him.
So it's on a timer, and if I fall off, I think I'm screwed. So this one asks perfection of me. But I can do it. Ugh, that could have gone really bad.
Are you?
Oh, Lindsay, hey, thank you. Thanks for the like. Cheers. I guess I have a couple cheers out so far, huh? I'm kind of behind on that. What's going on?
Whoa, that was sweet. And look, there was another egg in the
Cheers.
lizard burrow.
And that seems likely. Missing the right amount of gems and egg for the kangaroo level. I don't know how much it costs to free the kangaroo. I might not have enough yet.
Spyro, I'm getting paid off.
No, I have exactly enough.
I hope you...
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Thanks again, Spot.
Hiya, Sheila.
Hiya, Sheila. No, there's a secret one right here. I always have a hard time finding these. I end up taking way too long on these levels, so I'm trying to be quick about it this time. My other account for some reason cannot comment, react, share anything. So I haven't made a new account. Dude, what the heck? That sucks. Did you get banned for something? Tom's banned? Can't imagine what you could have done. Maybe you got hacked? I can still go live, so it must be an effing glitch. Oh, could be. I guess, you gotta report that. Pitsy, what's up, Stallion? Oh, man.
Are you and your freedom?
Hell yeah. Thank you for the like. Cheers. What's going on with you, Pitsy? Did my eyes deceive me, or did I see you and Oscar 2 days ago playing Apex? I thought you uninstalled it. Wait a minute. I never talked to that last guy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are. I've sent 3 reports already. Nothing? That's bullshit, Joe. We were playing COD? I don't think so. I'm pretty positive it was Apex. I didn't look too closely at what you were playing, but I saw he was on Apex. And he came in the stream and said, hey, you should get back on Apex. Quit my Apex career. No, you didn't. Are you lying to me? Because I feel like you're lying to me. I got him off Apex. I'm sure, well, I don't think you'll ever be able to get him off Apex. He loves Apex. Even though he plays 2 times a month. But I'm surprised you got him to play COD at all, though. But he's gonna get Battlefield, so 100% not joking. Not for the night, I got him off. Oh, Pitsy. Gross. This is a family channel. Oh. Oh, man. I amuse myself.
Thanks for the help, Sheila. Ooh, this egg I found in my house.
I complain enough to get him off Apex. Yeah, that could be true. So remember the last time all 3 of us were in a party. He messages me to play Apex. I get in the party, and you were already in there, and you never responded to him at all. And he's like, oh, I'll play COD instead. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And I responded to him. That's what was bonkers. Bruh, I'm not the one who said it, bruh. I just noticed. I just noticed what it said. It was funny. What can I say? Can't just let a golden opportunity like that go. You gotta admit that was kind of funny. I mean, look at me, I'm laughing already. Pitsy, you getting pizza tonight? You know what I meant? Of course I know what you meant. I didn't think to laugh about it until afterwards. But then once I figured it out. I mean, you could get him to play any game you want if you did that. Mark my words. I mean, shit. That's what gets him to not play games. You think he really wants to camp? No way. No chance. Duh, every Thursday. Well, what flavor of pizza you getting? pepperones. Pepperones and sauce. I just got a camper. Been trying to find a new one that we can tow with our Ford Edge. Turns out it's not a lot. So we're just pretty much trying to find like a newer pop-up. What kind of camper did you get? Sausage and pepperoni. Whoa, okay. Look at this guy. He must make some money. He's got 2 toppings. Look out, ladies. He's rich. And married. But he's rich. Now, what kind of camper did you get? What is this? And thought you had a Toyota. Family. Fuck. I can't afford a camper. What do you think? I am rich? I'm not rich. I am legend. Rockwood Freedom? Well, how big? Did you get a 50-footer? You gotta pop up, you got... Be right back, gotta work. Fuck you do. Anyway, sell that car. Black Ram Jim's Gaming is not rich, but actually super rich. Hell no, I'm not any of that. I'm like Mexico rich. I could take my savings and go to Mexico and live like a king for a year. But after that year, I'm back to just being poor. Get drunk on a beach every day.
What?
For a year. You were Filipino peso rich? Probably. I don't have much, but the conversion between American US dollars or whatever to Filipino dollars might be enough where I could pull off rich. So you're saying there's a chance? I wonder.
Are you?
Maybe I could be Filipino rich. Maybe I should just move there. Hey, Kayla. Thank you for the like. Cheers. What's going on? What's happening? I got streamer rich yesterday. Kayla over there gave me some stars. So now I got enough money to, I could buy a TV in the Philippines maybe. Might be an old tube TV. That's a TV. I wonder what the conversion is. Do you think I could buy some horse meat over there? I feel like that's gotta be expensive, even though it's probably not even good.
Are you? And your freeloader!
Excuse me. Hey, cheers. Thanks, Sam. Oh, no. Thank you for the likes. Oh. Oh. Where are these damn jewels? Oh, double cheers. Thank you for the like and the shares. So, I guess Spyro's missing 2 gems. This isn't Shayla's fault. Where could I be missing gems, huh? There's an old trick I like to try when you're missing just a couple small ones. It's going through the whole world backwards. Shouldn't be in the skate park. I went over that pretty thoroughly. Joe, you gotta be getting streamer rich by now. I see you getting triple the likes I get. Reactions and all that stuff. Hey, it's the chicken. I don't think I've ever been able to save the chicken.
Look, a chicken turned up.
I hope it's not the only one left. It's funny because it gets chased down and mauled if you come around the other way. Yes, I love this game. Hey, what's going on, Uncanny? This is one of my favorites. I don't know. I think I like the first one the most. Oh, this one the second most. Ripto's Rage last. Have you played all 3? If so, which one do you like best? I just gotta say, I hate losing just 1 gem. That's where I'm at. There's 1 green somewhere. I love them all. Okay, that's fair. I agree with you. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the first because it's the first one. I think it was one of my first games I ever had. But if I can pick them all, I'm always picking them all. I did. I beat the other 2 100% yesterday and the day before. I think this one's a little bit longer. No! 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 So this one might take me some more time. Cheers! Can't believe I just dove off the cliff like that. Oh. Well, where the heck is this? Wait a minute. There was a thing. I forgot that sparks can point you right at it. I forgot this whole time, and it's right in the open. Oh, boy. That's embarrassing. I can't make an executive decision on that. That's fair. I first played this game when I was 8 during sick days. Cried like a girl when I had to return to the game score. Oh, you only had to rent it? That sucks. I had a few games that I could rent, and those were the only ways I could play them. It was like I think it was like a day and a half or 2 days, as long as you could rent. Hated it. Hated it. There's some games I only ever got through the rental store. On stream too. Oh no. Yeah, it might be a good stream though. It's content. I'm wondering, so was the first time you played this, you played the Reignited version, or did you play the PS1 games?
I saw something shiny in that.
Yeah, the game store I messed with had the same policy 1 or 2 days. Yeah, I just had some local one. They had a huge selection, so when I was a little kid, there was this huge wall PS1 games, or at least it felt huge. It probably wasn't that big. And we would go there, and they'd tell me, my parents, they'd be like, "Okay, pick one." But I knew that I don't get to go there that often. So I would take about 20-30 minutes to be super indecisive and look around at all the games, go, I don't know what I'm going to take this time. Yeah, nobody liked that. I took so long. But, hey, it was a big choice. You know, limited time and everything. The original's on PlayStation 1? Oh, hell yeah. I remember there was a demo for the... Is this one? This is the third. Came out... I don't know what it was. I think it was a jam pack. Jam pack demo. Oh. Well, shucks. I went the wrong way. There's a... Oh, up there. That's where I wanted to go. There's a cliff I wanted to get to. Do me too. You had to pick the one that would last months. Exactly. Exactly. So... I couldn't help it. You missed the egg during the fight scene? Oh, I know. I can come back for it, but I gotta get this. Got it. I usually mess that up a lot more than one time. I think I would have got it the first time if I would have went left. Man, that's awesome. I'm trying to think, what games did I get? There was a weird Hercules game that I remember I would get. It was like a top-down one. It's kind of odd. Hey, thank you for the follow, though. Cheers. You never knew about that little area? What was that? It was some, I don't know. If you like Google PlayStation 1 Hercules, there's the Disney one, which was the side scroller, and that was pretty fun. That was pretty hard as a kid, though. And then there was a different one that was like a lot more like adult. Got that one. I remember there was one where you're in these dungeons with this little squirt gun bubble shooter. I don't remember what the names of any of these games were that I rented back in the day because I never had them for very long. And then I didn't have an N64, but I'd always look at the N64 games and go, man, that'd probably be fun to play. Could never rent them. Now I own an N64, but now there's no rental stores. Now you gotta pay an arm and a leg to get those games. They cost more now. And we're not sure what you're referring to. Abuse I played one that was on 2D. Didn't mean to type abuse, oh. I played one that was 2D. Let me look it up quick. Oh boy. It was just called Herc's Adventure. It's it was interesting. It was interesting. It was kind of more like a big open world RPG. Kind of ahead of its time in a way. There was so much to do, but you could just go adventure and go do whatever. I didn't know if there was a particular order to doing things in that one, but oh, this dude. There's a bunch of them, isn't there? Herc's Adventure, never played. I know. If it wasn't at the game rental store, I, to this day, would have never heard of it. So, hey, come on. Come on, Egg. It's playing all the Blood Omen Legacy of Kain games. My sister had one. But really, the PS2, or the PS1 and the PS2 were always in my room, so... You know, I was kind of like, thanks for buying it, but here's my game now. Those games were fun. It was always so dark. It was always so dark in the beginning. And I wasn't very good at them. Then again, I never beat them. I never conquered them. Maybe I gotta go back and do that. I keep thinking about some of those games from back in my day that I never beat. Like, I was just thinking the other day about the first PS2 game I ever had was The Mummy Returns from the movie. I would say it's kind of a terrible game, but I loved those movies as a kid. So, I didn't notice. But The Rock as the Scorpion King for the final boss was insanely hard. It was rated like one of the hardest bosses for PS2 games. And I never beat him. And it's because there wasn't YouTube at the time. All you had was Game Facts, so you had to read about how to beat him. I didn't get it. So, now that I've watched how to do it on YouTube, I'm like, oh, well, fuck, that was really easy.
You activated the
How come I didn't do this years ago? The only game I've conquered on PS1 days were Resident Evil 2 and Director's Cut, which is also Final Fantasy VIII. I had to go back.
thing to clog up the cloud generator.
Man, how old was I? I think I must have been about 17 when I beat Resident Evil 8 finally. Last year's when I first beat Resident Evil 7 finally. And Resident Evil 9, when they came out with the HD remakes of 7, 8, and 9.
Step on this.
I went back and beat all of them. So 8 was the only one I beat before that. 9 I got to the final boss back when I was a little kid, and it beat me in one hit, and I quit the game. I quit the game, and I never picked it back up. I was so mad. It's like, really? Really? It's like that? And I couldn't do it. I was done. Those games taught my brain how to solve puzzles, understanding patterns as a kid. Got me into chess, but the story and voice acting deserves more recognition. The Mummy game from the first movie is awesome, but only the first one was dope. I never played the first one. I didn't even know there was a first one. Holy shit. Yeah, Game Facts is up to your imagination. Conceptualize the directions. Chrono Cross and Parasite Eve. I played a good couple hours of Parasite Eve, and that must have been like 4 or 5 years ago. We found an old game store near me. It was called like Action Replayed or something. I think it's a chain store. And they had it, and my buddy, he was like, oh, I used to love this game when I was a kid, so we got it, and we spent like the whole night playing it. Didn't beat it. I wanted to play that game forever because I had a jam-pack demo disc that had a trailer for it. You know, shows the zombie rats and all that stuff, and I was like, whoa. Being a huge Resident Evil fan, I was like, what is this? I need to play this. But I couldn't find it as a kid. Or maybe I wasn't allowed to have it as a kid. I don't know. I was literally only allowed to have Resident Evil because my older brother had it. And I never played Chrono Cross. But I know it's good. The first one was the best, my guy. Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark was interesting. I didn't play it as a kid. But there was the Rare Replay game that came out with Perfect Dark 1 and 2. And the controls are so wonky. They're not bad for the time, but going back and trying to do it now with playing modern day controls, it was hard. You ever played the Biohazard versions of Resident Evil? No. No, I've watched some of them on YouTube. Doesn't seem too terribly different. I can't think of the differences off the top of my head, but I know there's some minor differences. Have you played them? If so, which did you prefer? Did you prefer the Biohazards or the Resident Evils? Joe played Biohazard 3 since Japan. Its first release. Wow. Well, I guess you probably had access to that right there, huh? I had to, for Uncanny, Joe knows this because he saw me doing it. I got the original tall box case of the Resident Evil, first Resident Evil that came out. I had to scour the internet for it, and I paid way too much money, but like, it's a collector's item, and I wanted it. So I went out and got it, and that is awesome. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit. It's in like really good condition considering it's 25 years old, but hey, I got it. That's what mattered. Oh, come here, you little bastard. The difference is Jap dubbing and Jap subtitles. Oh, it's not a big deal. Like, once you know the game, you don't need you don't need to know what they're saying, really. You already kind of do. $1996 Resident Evil that crashes randomly. Dope. Ah, dude, it was super. It's super good. I got it right over there. I could go find it.
Do you want this doodad?
Let me find it quick. I'll show you. Oh, so here's my original games. Original Resident Evils. The PS1. I got this bad boy. Dude, this thing was, like I said, hard to find. And to get a decent price. I got Director's Cut. This is the one I could find in the store when I finally knew what I was looking for. Because I didn't know what this was called for a long time. I just saw my brother playing it. And I'm like, hey, I want that zombie game. I have a super beat up version of Resident Evil 2. This was my sister's actually. And she stepped on it a few times. Or maybe I did. So it's in two pieces, but relatively together. And Resident Evil 3. I had to get this on eBay because by the time I knew what this was and that it existed, PS2 games were out and the stores no longer had PS1 games. So, yo, my God, that's the first one of the Resident Evil series ever. I know. It was okay. So Resident Evil 8 was about to come out. I played through the whole series, Resident Evil 1 through 7, leading up to the release of 8. It was 25th anniversary. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool to just own the original and play that through? Bro, I'm so jealous. I gotta tell you, you can get the disc relatively cheap, but to get the box, and it has the manual inside. And check this out. The original piece of foam. These old cases. So these old cases had a piece of foam inside to hold the disc in place. It is a pain to open. So here's the little piece of foam, the disc, the booklet, which I'm careful with because it's kind of falling apart. In the box, on the inside, even kind of has like a design of the tanks that the Tyrants kept in and everything being broken out. It's got some really cool stuff that games just stopped doing once they stopped doing these cases. The box is important. I agree. Hell yeah, I know what you mean. As soon as I started looking for it, I'm like, okay, so I could buy the discs for like, I don't know what it was, like 40, 50 bucks. I could do that. But that feels like a waste of money not going all in and trying to get a collector's item. Yeah. Honestly, I think whoever I bought it through could have charged a lot more. Because most of them that you find online are like a couple $100. I didn't pay a couple $100. I'll just say that much. Some I saw for like 1,000, which is honestly fair, because there's unopened ones that are like $1,000, 1,400 I think is what I saw out there. Like whoever has held on to an unopened version, wrapped in plastic of this thing for 25 years, is a legend. Hey, 100% complete. I'm doing cheers on every 100% completes, which I believe It's 3 so far, and I've forgotten up until this point, so cheers. Delicious. Yeah, I'm a massive Resident Evil fan. 1400, yo, yeah. I'm pretty positive. I'd have to look online again, but it's crazy. It was crazy hard to find. Turned out the guy who was selling this one lived like 2 hours away from me. So it took him... It said it'd take like 2 weeks to reach me was their approximate guess. It took like 2 days. I got it in 2 days. What are my thoughts on that game? I like it. I like it a lot. I like how hard it was because I grew up on Director's Cut. Director's Cut is easy in comparison. You know, if you're playing through as Chris and you get back to the house where the hunters are, then all of a sudden you gotta waste 4 shotgun shells per hunter to stop them. So you had to be conservative in the first place to not use all your shotgun shells on zombies. I loved it. Personally, since I know the game pretty well, the challenge is what I love the most. I'm playing RE3 Nemesis on hard mode right now. The first time I played it through, I went on hard mode because, okay, I tried easy, and then if you played Resident Evil 3, you know this. It starts you off with a fully automatic assault rifle with infinite ammo, and I'm like, well, I can't do this. I'll just be tempted to use it the whole time. So I really badly wanted to avoid that tempt. So I don't know if I've ever really beaten it on easy. I like challenges when I go back to play games I know, even though there's no challenge left in any of the first Resident Evils for me. I know them all too well. Resident Evil 3 I might know the least, so there could be some challenge there. Nemesis could still fuck me up. The OG is the best, but the remake could have been better in my opinion. Me and Joe have talked about this. I know a few other guys have come in here and we'll talk about it. What do you think about, in the director's cut, the music? The music that was written by the guy who was supposedly deaf, but then wasn't actually deaf, and just ruined it for no reason. You don't think the remake was easier than the original? I thought the director's cut remake was, the like RE1 remake was harder. I would say the remake with the Crimson Heads was harder, yeah. And I would say it's only really harder because of the Crimson Heads. Which the last time I played it on hard, and I wasn't thinking at all when I started knocking down zombies about them coming back. And then I pretty much had to condemn like half the house I just couldn't go to anymore. So I had very strict routes to get through it. It was bad. Same RE3 Nemesis is my least played. Clown Farts, yeah. RE1 Remake is the best remake. I want them to remake it again. The last one that came out was, what, 20 years ago? Come on. Give me, like, an RE2 remake version of RE1. That's all I want. And I don't want some quick-made, shortened-up version like they did with Resident Evil 3. I liked the Resident Evil 3 remake a lot, but it was rushed. Because they put it out in, like, a year. 1 year. They did a really good job for only having a year. Because at first they were saying we might not do it unless people even want it. So that tells me they took less than a year to put it together. So that's my only thing. The music of the director's cut was a bit unique. Got me on my toes and frozen in certain camera angles. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a part of me, I hate that music, and I dislike it even more, knowing the reasonings behind it. But at the same point, it's still nostalgic for me. So, gonna do a Resident Evil marathon, the OG ones? Hell yeah. I need to go back and do it too. Maybe I'll do that after this. I was thinking when I was trying to figure out what to play, because I had been playing Chivalry 2 for a while. It was fun. I even found people through my stream who wanted to play, but like nobody was ever on it. So I was like, nobody, without playing with other people, it got boring quick. So I was like, what do I do? Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back and beat Spyro. I haven't done that in a little while. But I almost did Resident Evil. So I might just go back and do that after I'm done with this series, which I'll have this done by Monday at the latest. Because I usually stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Are you?
Oh, Brianna, hey, cheers. Thank you for the like. How are you doing? What's going on? Hey Joe, can you tell me where you found that dedicated... What'd you say? There was a dedicated ROM for that, like, HD version of Resident Evil 3? I don't know if you've seen this, Uncanny, but there's a HD version with no pixels of Resident Evil 3 that exists. Apparently it's GameCube. I didn't know this. But now that I do, I want to play it. Plus I didn't do the Resident Evil 3 remake on my last set of stuff, or not remake, original, on my last marathon there. I love some information on how to get the OG versions too, please. I'm gonna have to say, I don't, sir. Oh. Well, I know, okay. So I have an emulator on my computer and on my phone. The one on my phone works perfectly. I don't even need a controller, but you could plug a controller into it. Called EPSXE. I'll type it up. And I think it's coolrom.com. You can go there. Once you have the emulator, you gotta get the BIOS. I don't remember how to get that. And then all you do is you put the BIOS in the correct folder. And it should work. In the system, you have to go into your settings and select that BIOS. And the BIOS is like the PlayStation software or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that much. And then you download the ROMs, is what they're called, for the games. It should have all the different versions too. You should be able to get the Japanese version. Sometimes there's the German version of all these different games. Now, he said, Joe was telling me there was a dedicated version, so like you're just downloading Resident Evil 3 on GameCube straight up without you needing an emulator, I believe. And that's what the EPSX is. It's an emulator. And you can run it and it'll be pixel free and it looks really good. I've seen other streamers doing it too, and I asked them, they just told me it was GameCube. So I gotta look into it. Man, not gonna lie, I'm still very new to PC. I come from console. Hey, that's where I'm at. I'm on Xbox. I got my PC that I use for streaming. I'll play some games on it, but it's pretty rare. But like that EPSXE app I have on my phone. And I used it on my computer first for years. I've been using it for a long time. But it runs super smoothly on my phone. If it's gonna run smoothly on a phone, it runs perfectly on computer. Oh! Dang, I definitely need some help on that then. I'd say, I don't remember what the BIOS and all that's called. There's YouTube videos. Just like, you look up like EPSXE, how to set up, stuff like that. You'll get all the answers. That's what I had to do. And it worked. Gotta check them out. Hell yeah. I'd recommend it. It's a lot of fun. And then, okay, you can take any controller. What console do you play? Do you play PlayStation, or are you Xbox? Are you on the Amazon? Google one? What are they called? I don't even know. But basically, I have a... Yeah, here, check it out. I have got the new project to work on. Yes, you do. I got this Resident Evil controller. The sticks drift a little bit, so I stopped using them on my console. But what I do is I have a Bluetooth adapter on my computer. Some computers have it, and you can use a PlayStation controller. You can use whatever. So you have it so your Bluetooth is searching.
Your game camera
My PS4 burnt out on me 2 months ago. Oh, no.
Okay.
You gotta get a PS5, if you can get a PS5, I guess. That was bold of me to assume. But if you got the controllers, you just take the Bluetooth, connect it, find your PC, or your PC finds it, connect it to that, and then there's a controller setting in the EPSXE, and you just click the buttons. You click on the screen, it'll say like what each button is, and then you click the button on your controller, and it's like, okay, that button's X now. That's triangle. That's trigger, R2, L2. And I play with my Xbox controller, playing PS1 games, so my PS4, I keep hearing about a Bluetooth adapter. It's like $60, right? No, I don't think so. Let me look it up. I think I got mine for like $15. Amazon's got one for $10. They're super cheap. Mine's literally just like a USB plug-in, like if you had a wireless mouse. There's nothing to it. It's no big thing. It's tiny, super easy to get it to work. And all it means is if you got something Bluetooth nearby, it'll figure out what it is and pick it up. So there's a couple steps, and when you're new, it's definitely not super easy to figure out the first time. Definitely getting on a payday, hell yeah. Hey, payday shouldn't be too far away, right? Tomorrow's Friday? Maybe your next Friday? But still. Yeah, once I discovered emulators, I think I figured them out. Man, it must have been high school, which would have been 10 years ago for me now. Kind of an old man. I first figured it out with Game Boy games. So I was like playing like Pokemon and stuff on my phone. So I had a different friend who showed me Cool ROM. I don't think Cool ROM has Nintendo games though. I think Nintendo figured them out, but they still have PlayStation and like Sega. They've got a lot on there, and they make it super easy. When you're downloading, installing, and all that, it's gonna ask you if you want, you know, like the WeatherBug app and all this stuff, and just say no to everything. Just say no to everything and download your thing. Because otherwise it'll download a bunch of crap you don't want. And then you gotta dig through your C files, find it, uninstall it. It's a headache. So that's the key. Just say no to everything. But then, I don't know if that was mentioned already, but all this stuff is free, too. That's the cool thing. Yeah, paying for any of the games, not the console, and like every game in existence is on there. Every demo, every Pizza Hut game, it's all there. Oh man.
You can hover.
Sounds like those sites where you get a link to free new movies. Well, kind of. They're, you know, technically not super legal, but they have been there for over 10 years. People have been using them for a long time. They're good. It's not going to infect your computer with anything. I used to use those free movie ones all the time. It was like cokeandpopcorn.com and PrimeWire. I can't remember what they all were. There was a bunch of them. I was a poor college kid. What was I gonna do? Pay for movies? That's crazy. I mean, I pay for them now. Now I like the better quality and all that, but... And I'm not broke enough where I need to. I got a job. I can afford an occasional movie, but I don't get movies too often because I'm streaming all the time. So it works out fine. But also, some of these games, they have open source codes out for. Because the developers really don't care. So people can mod them. So like, there's, I don't know, probably 50 to 100 different Pokemon games out there that are like the original Red, Blue, and Yellow that people have just modded their own versions of.
Hi, Shield.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, some of them are way better than the originals. YouTube is hilarious with those watch the full movies and then post a bogus link to nowhere. Good to watch a movie. Good to watch a movie. I hear what you're saying. Lost touch with the movies 5 years ago. The only movies I've seen on the big screen was Halloween 2018 and Godzilla vs. King Kong. I hear they're remaking Red Diamond. Red Diamond. Red Diamond. Which one's Red Diamond? Hate to disappoint. Red Diamond. Not sure if I know that one. But I did see Godzilla vs. Kong, but I watched that in HBO. I got HBO Prime, or HBO Max. Yeah, Max. For 1 month. Because it was $15. I didn't have to go anywhere. And I was able to watch Mortal Kombat and Godzilla vs. Kong. It was perfect. It was perfect. One of the Pokemon games. Oh. Oh, it'll be... So it's like a remake of Red? It's Red Diamond? or something? Red and Blue, okay. They did technically, on the Switch, they did a remake. It was, what was it called? Oh, Pikachu and Eevee. Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee were, remakes of Red and Blue. I'm sure they'll bring Diamond as well. I think I heard it was like, what, Pearl, Opal, and Diamond, I think were those first three on the DS that they're remaking right now. They announced that. I never played those. I never had a DS. It was my thing. It was the one thing I was missing. Like, mobile games ended for me after the Game Boy Advance, unfortunately. Last movie I watched was that Spider-Man. Well, there's a new one coming out eventually. It's supposed to have, what? Andrew Garfield for sure. Not necessarily Tobey Maguire. They're doing like a multiverse thing with multiple Spider-Mans. It's got the original Doc Ock from Tobey Maguire's. It's got J. Jonah Jameson back. That same actor. It's funny, that actor's so good at J. Jonah Jameson that he's outlived 3 Spider-Men. Was better than PSP? That Venom 2 movie? Bruh. That actually looks pretty good. I don't know. I'll probably watch Venom 2. Pretty unlikely I'll miss that one. The first one was really good, I thought. Make sure I'm not missing something. These water levels, I always miss stuff. Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire is the last one I watched. Oh! Oh boy. That's like at least 10 years ago. I haven't seen those in a long time, and I keep seeing stuff for it lately. Like, I don't know if there's just Spider-Man hype online or something. And I'm like, man, I kind of want to watch this. Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire was cringe to stage 2 cancer. It was something. I didn't hate it probably as much as everybody else when I was a kid, just because Spider-Man was my favorite. More than Batman or anybody else, I love Spider-Man since the cartoons and... Because there was that Spider-Man cartoon that was super good. That was out when I was a kid. In like the early 2000s, late 90s or something. I watched the shit out of that. So that got me into Spider-Man. Then I had Spider-Man stuff. Probably had like a Spider-Man onesie or something. It was bad, bro. Don't sugarcoat it. I love Spider-Man. They made him so weak sauce. They did make him cry a lot. They made him emo and cry a lot. I'll admit, it's far from the best. And I'm probably wanting to like it more than it deserves to be liked. And by probably, I mean, like, definitely. 100%. Like I said, I'm one of the weird ones. I'm like the only person who didn't go outright, it was terrible. But that's okay. It's that he cried. Really, guy? Cancer. Okay, cancer. Yeah. That's fair. Hey, if he didn't cry, we wouldn't have that meme today. Where would we be without Spider-Man crying memes? The 90s animated Spider-Man with the last season diving in the Spider-Verse with Madame Weeb. Yeah, Madame Web or whatever. Exactly. I agree with you, Joe. That was the shit. I rewatched that. It came to like Netflix or something. And the moment it did, it's been a couple years, but the moment it did, I rewatched all that shit. I I just binged right through it. Okay, I know I got what was up there. What am I missing? I'm missing a whole egg. The shark sub. Okay, I know where that's at. I've just forgotten. I was like, I feel like I'm missing enough treasure there. It's a whole area. But it's because it is. And then Batman. I love Batman. Luckily, there was a good amount of Batman movies to go off of as a kid. I really like the Danny DeVito as Penguin one. I'm just, I don't know, a big Danny DeVito fan. And apparently I have been my whole life. And also Arnold Schwarzenegger, so when Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Woo! Got him. I miss watching the cartoon version of Justice League. The only reason I know anything about the Justice League, in fact, Batman, Spider-Man, the reason I know any of their villains or anything is from most of those cartoon series that went on forever. Like, without those, I know nothing about any of these series. It's the reason I know Power Rangers, all that stuff. I had the first Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze. I've been thinking about that movie a lot lately. I don't know why. I kind of want to go back to watch it, but then I don't want to do it sober. Because I feel like I couldn't sit through it sober. So if I have a good couple beers, and by that I mean half a case of beers, then maybe, just maybe, I could watch that. I always loved that show, Batman, the one on Cartoon Network. Yes! That's the Suckest Batman, the one with George Clooney. The one with George Clooney, yeah, it wasn't great, but it had Danny DeVito, and he got bit in the dick by a monkey filming that movie. It's a true story. It's really hilarious. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Batman Forever is debatable. I'm done drinking beer, bro. Hey, that's fair. It's not for everybody. What one? I gotta remember by looking up which ones these were. Batman Forever had Jim Carrey as the Joker. Val Kilmer was the Batman. That one was interesting, but I had it recorded on a VHS tape from live TV. Back in my day, we recorded with VHS tapes live TV. So I started drinking rum. The choice of pirates. Hey, rum's good. Rum's good. I like it. I don't drink it all too often. My liquor of choice is Southern Comfort. I'm very specific because it isn't really a whiskey and it isn't really a rum or anything. It's not really a bourbon. I'm sure some websites, if you look it up, will classify it as one or the other, but it's really kind of a thing of its own. That's my stuff. And then again, I can drink most things. If I'm feeling a little Russian, I can drink some vodka. Jim Carrey was the Riddler? Yeah. Jim Carrey, like, I didn't realize Jim Carrey was the Riddler for a long time as a little kid, and I knew Jim Carrey. I knew Jim Carrey well. So it was embarrassing for me. But once I figured it out, I definitely knew the whole time who Two-Face was because of Men in Black. I was like, oh, hey, it's that guy. What's his name? K. Or M. I also know he was in that Volcano movie. What's it called? Volcano? Something. It's like a volcano shows up in New York City. It's like people in the subway getting set on fire from being in the lava and stuff. It was traumatic, but I loved it because I had Tommy Lee Jones, who to me at the time was just Men in Black guy. Tommy Lee Jones, yeah. Tommy Lee's the man. He gave Will Smith the noisy cricket, so it seems legit. It wasn't a popular movie. I don't know if it was actually called Volcano. I don't remember. It was some super, like, not original name. But I was also watching it super young, so I'm watching people, like, melt into the lava and stuff. As a little kid, I'm like, damn, this is tragic. I hope that this does not traumatize me my whole life. Well, let's just say I'm not going anywhere near volcanoes anymore. I think Volcano happened in Vegas or Los Angeles. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It is called Volcano. Oh, shit. I love his acting role in Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy. I don't know if I saw that one. Wasn't he on the opposite side? I don't remember what this movie was called either. I just remember Harrison Ford was like on the run from the police. Like Tommy Lee Jones was the one hunting him down, I think, or something. Was that just called like Runaway? The Volcano movie was a bit odd. So you know it though. You know the Volcano movie. Okay. It's not just me. It happened. And my dad has a VHS for that, Volcano and even Twister. I had Twister too. Twister was... It was marginally better. It's a movie if you're into crime and suspense. Hell yeah. I'm into all those things. I like the horror thriller to a degree. The thing is most horror movies are terrible. So I like a good one that can actually scare me and get me. And I don't mean just like straight gore. Like, it doesn't have to just make me sick to my stomach. It can be legitimately good. Damn it! Cheers. Twister was better than Volcano? Oh, hell yeah. Jinx. Every CGI man, almost are garbage. I can agree to that. Most are garbage. Oh, what the shit? Cheers.
Looks like I'll have. Look out, sheep.
What?
Looks like I'll. Look out, sheep.
Alright. Add a drink on. God damn it. 2.
Whoa! A bunch of sheep and flying saucers. Looks like I'll have to hop in my plane and teach him some manners.
You know, most horror movies had to implicate that the sex so much that it was in every horror movie. John Carpenter, the thing is, has no sex scary as hell. Halloween 1 and 2, and the last one were hell, or were acceptable due to its set and setting.
Look out, sheep! Here I come!
I can agree to that. Yeah, I think that's funny. Like, what is the theme there? What are they trying to say by mixing sex in horror movies where everyone who has sex is going to die? Every time, like, hey, if you have sex, some slasher guy might come out and kill you, so you better not. Is that what they're trying to say? Cheers, Joe. God damn it, I gotta stop hitting the boost.
Looks like I'll have. Look out, sheep!
Exactly, so that is what they're saying. Oh,
Whoa! Looks like. Look out!
add it to my tab. It sure is odd directing skill that turned into a theme. Fuck me. Sorry, I was reading.
Whoa, looks like look out!
You're not wrong. It really did become a theme. Damn it, I saw that one too coming in.
Whoa! Looks like I'll. Look out!
You can't get behind him. Don't drink and fly. I thought that was more acceptable than driving. Got them all. Pull over. Cheers.
This egg.
I'm a cheers to getting tighter. Finally got her done. What an incredible pain in the ass. I know I've always had trouble with that one because something about slower projectiles coming at me, my brain can't process it. If something's coming at me super fast, I got it. Slow? Mm-mm. Hello, everyone.
The balloon's up.
It's ready? Okay. Ha! 69%. That's funny. I'm gonna drink for that. We drink for funny numbers in this channel. Page. Stream. Place. Wherever we are. Cheers. You like that?
Listen carefully, you.
Yeah, we all know what happens. We don't need to see. Why ruin the surprise of what we're about to run into? Then again, if you've already played this, you already know.
When I heard that sorceress was
It's one of my favorite bosses. Oh. Yeah. Did you ever play Ape Escape on PS1? Me just saying, yeah, made me think of that because in Ape Escape, every time you swing or jump or something, the guy says it. Oh, son of a... That was one of my favorites. I loved Ape Escape. I played the first one, and then I found there was a second and a third, apparently, later on. Oh. Okay, I made a mistake. Nah. Oh, dude, they were good. You needed the analog stick, so if you had the first PlayStation 1 controllers, it did not work out so well. Never played it. I would say, for most people, going back and playing old games that they didn't play before, it's hard to go back and play, so I wouldn't recommend it at this point, but if you're like me and it's something you grew up with, then it's a different story. Easy to play then. But I can't go back. Like, if I get into a series super late and then try to go back and play like the originals before it, it's so hard to do. Like the Uncharted games. First Uncharted game I played was 2, which was like game of the year. Uncharted 2 was insanely good. Then I went back and tried to play Uncharted 1. Still very good. Don't get me wrong. Still very, very good. But much worse than 2. It was just really hard to go back. I've had that experience with everything. It's hard for me to go backwards if I start forward. Or like Jak and Daxter. I love all the Uncharted games. I agree with you. They're all extremely good. It's not a great example. It's just the first one I could think of. But Jak and Daxter. Do you ever play Jak and Daxter back on the PS2? Jak and Daxter 2 was the first one I got because there was a bar / restaurant we used to go to when I was like in middle school. We knew the bartender really well. Well, the bartender, really nice guy, Billy, if I remember correct, was his name. His brother worked for Sony here in the States, and he was able to get me any PS2 game I wanted. Brand new, old, didn't matter, in the plastic for $5. And I think he was able to get them for free. He just charged us $5 so he'd make a profit. So he comes back and he's like, name whatever games you want. I'm like, I don't know. I saw that Jak 2 game. That one's really fun. It's like Jak 2. And there's a couple others. Gave him like $15. He gives me all these games brand new for free. It's amazing. So Jak 2 is kind of like a GTA. Jak 3 is kind of not as much. And then Jak 1 is terrible. I went back and tried to play Jak 1. Awful. I'm heavily addicted to Uncharted 4. I never played 3 or 4, but I should. Story, gameplay, voice acting, puzzles, and themes. They're all great. Hell yeah, I played 3 and went back to the first one. Had to. You lucky dog. That's better than most drug dealers. I know. It makes me wonder these days, because I'm in, like, the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, where could this guy have worked? Because I challenged so much. I'm like, how is it possible that your brother, in a time when mailing wasn't a big thing and all that, works here in the United States for Sony? So I still question where and how he got these games. Maybe he worked at like a GameStop. Maybe he robbed like imagine the first Fast and Furious movies where they're like robbing trucks. He did that, but like, you know, PlayStation game trucks. It's like, here, I'll sell you this for $5. It's like those bootleggers who sell meat out of their trunk. I don't know. I wonder. But I got it, and I became addicted to that series. Because you could play that for like a week or two in the PS2 era, and you still wouldn't have 100% of the game.
Are you at your freeload?
Ooh, Dan! Hey, thanks for the like. We're literally just talking Uncharted in here. That's Dan's favorite game. He's probably platinumed every single one they've ever put out there. Like 4 times. Man, dude, I wish my life was similar to the guy in the movie Grandma's Boy. I could die alone happy. Hell yeah. Grandma's Boy is one of my favorite comedies because it's about games, making games. And it's not because of the movie Grandma's Boy, but I do have a degree. It's right up there. This little thing right there. It's my bachelor's degree in media arts and game development. I do not make games. I'd like to make games. But I did go to school for it. Whoa! Boy, you need to get off that thing. He is out of control. Talk to me, man. Like, I can't watch Grandma's Boy and not just love it. That's a good 3 in the morning movie for me. Like, I get home, done doing things for the night, hanging out with people, had a couple drinks, gonna watch Grandma's Boy. Can I shoot that far? Do you think I can hit those birds? We should make games. I'd love to. I've had so many good ideas. Thing is, I'm shitty at programming, so I'm super self-conscious about even trying. I'm no artist. I could maybe do sound design. That'd take some creativity. But I'm sure I'd be bad at that too. So I found I'm much better at just talking to people and entertaining, which is crazy, because like throughout my whole life, up through high school and all that, I said I wanted to do gaming or something with computers because I hate talking to people and I'm not good at it. I don't like it. And then as soon as I graduated high school, I found that it was a skill and that I actually liked it. And now that's what my career is. Been just moving from miscellaneous job to miscellaneous job, but being able to talk to people. Oh! So, I'd like to make games, but I first saw that movie when I was 13. My father wasn't happy about me discovering that because I adopted the gaming habit at the age of 7. I don't even know how young I was when I got it. I don't know if my parents liked it or disliked it. I don't think they hated it that bad. I remember there was times where my dad was like, why don't you go outside and go do things? And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of dislike the outside, and I kind of like it in here. Well, here's the other thing. I'm allergic to bees. I have almost died from bee stings a couple of times. So, you know where there's bees? Outside. You know where there's not bees? In my video games. I wouldn't mind the tech work, but school felt like prison. Weren't helpful in getting my goals. That's it. Yeah, I hear that. I don't like to start things and not finish them. So once I started school, I had to finish it, even if I didn't really like it. But by my my junior year of college, and I did 5 years because I didn't do fast. I didn't do all the extra classes. I did like the bare minimum every year. Had fun. But by my 3rd year, it was just torture. Because at that point in your life, your whole life has been school. Like, from when you're like 5 forward, all you've done is school. It's all you know. You know? So, by that point, I was just done, and I said, like, whatever gets me through this the fastest. So then I did a minor in communications to go with my major of media arts and game design. I was going to do web design. I didn't much like web design is the thing I was programming best at. I learned I don't know how many languages, like beginner level, but the programming aspect of it, because there's like programming the website and designing it, and then there's even further where you can make it do all the cool stuff. That part started to lose me. I was like, just gonna do communications. And it turned out that was the best thing I ever did. Because it's really easy to get a lot of good jobs in that. Oh, Joe, my degree is health sciences and deals with cranky people. Hey, cranky people have money. That's why they're cranky. Or maybe it's not. My dad would tell me that video games is growing violence and such. You know, that era. When I did my communications classes, I had to do a speech class. And one of them was a research speech. You need to research something and then talk about it. And gaming's always been something I felt strongly about. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tackle the topic of violence in video games. There is literally zero evidence, zero, to promote that it happened, or that violence in video games causes violence in real life. It's pretty much all because of the Columbine shooting. Those guys happened to also play Doom, and so it all went sideways. It all went sideways because they found that on their computer. But there's no real connection, and it was the scapegoat. Everyone wanted to find a reason why this terrible thing could happen, and they blamed it on video games. Just stupid. Video games has been the scapegoat for so much bullshit. And it's not their fault. There's actually a lot of evidence to prove that it does the opposite, and makes people less violent. So, just the evidence that's out there. Oh, I gotta catch up on everything you guys are saying here. My advisors weren't helpful on setting my path unless it was business oriented, and they never taught me how to build credit or understand interest rates aside from a formula. That's true. They should teach you that shit in high school. Everyone should know that. But they didn't. Luckily, I had good parents that didn't let me get credit cards or anything early. So, I've been able to build my credit. I eventually got an Amazon credit card like a year or two ago, and I just use that for gas and sometimes groceries because I get points back. Then I get free money. And I pay it back on time every month. I've been paying student loans and rent and bills for a long time, on time, every time. So that's all built my credit. It's gone a long way. I just want to avoid world-class assassins now. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Just don't piss anybody off that's got a lot of money. Don't piss off any politicians. 2, video games has no relation to violence. I was already violent even before I played video games. Oh, let me give that a laugh. Most people are. It's like, oh sure. Do you ever see that meme? Weren't they blaming Marilyn Manson as well? Yeah, they did. They did. Music. You ever see that meme of like, there's like, it's like a painted portrait of medieval times, them like cutting people's heads off and stuff, and they're like, man, I wonder what kind of video games these people were playing back in the 1500s. Like, oh yeah, so human beings weren't violent for the last, I don't know, 10,000 years of recorded and unrecorded history when they violently murdered each other and animals and everything else. So, what video games were they playing back then? Because I want to play that shit. Oh my god, that's dope, but true. First world problems. Exactly. When life's so good that you have to create problems for it to be, I don't know. Humans crave drama. So they just create problems. And that's the truth, because Black Ram said so. That's an original line. I didn't steal that from anybody. They play in Yahtzee early years. You know, every single person out there... Oh, God. I'm choking on my own breath. And every single person out there that says, video games cause violence, play Yahtzee. Look. Yahtzee makes people crazy. You know what else makes people crazy? Blackjack. Poker. Sure, do I scream when I get killed in Call of Duty unfairly because of lag? Of course! I'm not gonna go beat anybody up. At worst case, I'm gonna send them a message and tell them what I'm gonna do to their mom later. That's the worst case. Playing crossword puzzles caused me to burn a village. Damn. Crossword puzzles are a bitch, though. Because sometimes the answers are so dumb, and I'm like, who the fuck wrote this? Who in their right goddamn mind thought that would be a good, viable answer to this question? Where's the roses? There they are. I'm gonna be honest. For like the last 40 minutes, I've been able to smell Cheerios. I have no knowledge of why that's possible. Where is the smell of Cheerios coming from? It's like, I got the AC on, and I wonder if someone dumped Cheerios in my AC. Remember when they tried to pin GTA? Yeah, dude. Yes. They're like, well, this game promotes stealing cars. It's in fact in the name. It's an easy narrative to people who know nothing, right? So to all those older generations who are easily wild up about nothing, it is a super easy narrative to push. It's a game called Grand Theft Auto. Come on. What more evidence do you need? That's essentially their case. That's what their case was. It's called Grand Theft Auto, so it must be bad. Fuck you mean? You played that game? Wonder how many poor souls were destroyed because of Spyro? Too many. Too many. Spyro is... You know, this is a hellspawn. Definitely no Skylanders because of this shit. I can't believe how many games there is for this. Like, I don't know, I pretty much quit. No, I didn't quit after 3. On the PS2, there was 2 games that came out. I got both of those. There was a Hero's Tale and something else. And I didn't like either of them. But... they existed. Remember on San Andreas you can mess with hookers and they tried to claim it? Inflated grape. Oh. Yeah. And that's how you cheese this one. Yeah! Do you remember? Dude, I remember the hookers in that game. That's what made that game fun. You remember PS1 game, Jersey Devil? I played Jersey Devil only slightly on emulator. Because on the back of my PS1 box, the box for the system itself had the Jersey Devil on it. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, Jersey Devil. I was playing Manhunt. Manhunt. What was it? Well, there was more to the name, right? What is that game? Jersey Devil. So, you're like a little purple devilish dude, and there was pumpkins and stuff. I didn't play it too far. So honestly, I can't tell you much about it. Joe can probably tell you about it more than I can. Took me years to get to it. But it was literally on the back of... I have the PlayStation 1 box over there somewhere. I don't throw away boxes. I've got a lot of junk. But... it was an interesting game. It was kind of like this. It was kind of like a little platformer. 3D platformer type deal. I don't know if there was as much jumping or anything. It was kind of like a medieval, in a way. Kind of hard to describe. The start of the game and never played it again. Could it have been really that bad? I got through the beginning. I didn't get too far. It was kind of like, from what I can remember... Oh, I don't know, I'm blanking. Who's the guy that makes all the creepy, weird movies with Johnny Depp? Who's the director? Tim Burton? It was kind of like being in a Tim Burton film. Manhunt is a Rockstar game, I think, very brutal. The country banned for a while, and then they brought it back after the science proved that the violent crimes were intimidated by violent crimes. Tim Burton? You don't know Tim Burton? He did, like, Edward Scissorhands. What else did he do? God, he did so much, and I can't really think of any of it. He did a couple, I think 1 or 2 of the Batman movies. His movies are all, like, super wacky, creepy, and distorted. Yeah, let me look him up. Edward Scissorhands, Sweeney Todd, Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, Beetlejuice. Apparently Beetlejuice 2 is announced, as I'm seeing. Let's see. Batman Returns, he did. He's done multiple Family Guy episodes, apparently. Didn't know that. Nightmare Before Christmas. James and the Giant Peach. The World of Stain Boy. I don't know what the fuck that is. Lost in Oz. 9. I did like the movie 9. It's probably like the only person out there who did, but I loved how fucking creepy it was. It was such a lonely world. So he doesn't have a huge list, but he's done a lot of really creepy shit. Second one, what? Yeah! Yes! The Batman with Michael Keaton. That's the one. So I just looked at his IMDb page and it says announced. No date or anything on it, but it is announced. I'm just saying. That's kind of wild. I think I did hear something about this recently, that Michael Keaton will come back for this movie. It seems like he gets the same actors all the time. His actors are always Johnny Depp or Michael Keaton or whoever. He gets a lot of the same people. But all, like, the worlds are always distorted. Like, the doors aren't the right shapes or anything. Everything's kind of wide and bowed, and everything's real creepy and weird. But that's a style. That's a style, and he's done really well with it. Cheers. 100%. Yeah, he's very selective. He must be like a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. Quentin Tarantino's done, like, what, 9 movies? But all of them extremely successful. And there's also, like, a lot of things in Quentin Tarantino movies that he can only get away with because he's Quentin Tarantino. Like, if he wasn't Quentin Tarantino, you think he'd be able to get away with putting gallons of tomato juice blood in people? In Django Unchained. Have you seen that movie? They're in a house at one point in a hallway shooting each other. And there's like 4 inches of tomato juice blood filling up the floor after they're done shooting each other. There's just pockets of blood exploding out of people. It was insane. I was about to go in there and I remembered I need the Penguin. Sergeant Tibbs. I know his name's not Sergeant Tibbs, but that's what I'm calling him. But, yeah. Quentin Tarantino inspired me to be my own man when I was 14 watching Pulp Fiction. You might be amazed to hear this, but Pulp Fiction is the only one of his movies I can think of that I haven't seen all the way through. I know that's a huge mistake. I know I've got to see it. I just haven't taken the time as of yet. And believe it or not, I didn't watch Fight Club until like a year or 2 ago. I got a lot of shit for years for not watching Fight Club, so I finally did it when people stopped giving me shit. And yeah. And then I fell even more in love with the Kill Bill series. I have seen the Kill Bill series. I haven't seen that in a long time. Like, my best friend growing up, his name was Billy, and he had the movies, so that's the only reason I watched it. I probably wouldn't have been allowed to watch it if not for that, and he was probably only interested because his name was in the movies. Man. Kill Bill. I haven't seen any of those in a while. I was a big fan of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Are you?
Hey, Manuel, how are you doing, buddy? Hey, thank you for the like. Cheers. Hold on, I'll cheers you in a second. Cheers. We're just talking about movies and old games and stuff. Feel free to join us. Right now we're talking about Quentin Tarantino movies. We were just talking about Tim Burton. We're talking about what PS1 games? GTA. Talking about Manhunt. It's Manhunt one I've never heard of. I remember there was a different game with Manhunt in the name that was known for being super brutal. It was like original Xbox, I think. Maybe it was like a really early 360 game. You're like a cop investigating some murderer, some psycho guy who's messing with you the whole time. What was it? I don't know. I played it, but I never got too far into it because it was the case of a game that I was just playing too late. Like if I had played that earlier in life, I probably would have really enjoyed it, but because I had played it by the time that the game was really out of date, I had a hard time. Oh, 100%, another one. Cheers.
Spyro.
Why is he like covered in oil or something in there? Did you see that? He's all oozy black. Cheers.
Sergeant Bear, 90068.
I don't know what's going on. Why does he look like
I
this?
think you'll have to find your commanding officer for that. Hey, what are those?
Noise.
These are the latest military hardware. BBX-9 rocket launchers, state of the art.
So why didn't you use them to escape?
Because
He looks like he was swimming near an oil tanker that spilled.
to conserve it.
Cheers, Joe.
This. Say, where'd you come from? I thought dragons had all been dead.
Oh, I thought dragons had all been dead for 1,000 years. Why did you think that, Penguin? You lived for 20 years. Did you ever go looking for us? I really don't like his homeworld. I think his controls are kind of... Well, they work, but... Meh. Oop. I feel like that's the way I'm supposed to go. Sergeant Bird. Although he does get rockets and eventually bombs, so he's not terrible. Yeah. He's just my least favorite. I like the Yeti the most. Or maybe the monkey. Siegfried? Siegfried, you know what that reminds me of? An original game that I played back in the day, Soul Blade from PS1. You ever play Soul Blade or any of the Soul Calibur games that came after it? played Soul Calibur 2 and Soul Blade, which was the original on PS1, like religiously. Not big into fighting games, but man, Soul Blade. So you do know it. I'm taking it. That'd be dope for them to remaster that. I agree. I don't know if they ever will, but I fucking loved it. I thought I was pretty good at it. And you know what the thing is? I probably was terrible. I'm big on fighting games. I played a ton of Soul Blade as a kid, and then Mortal Kombat became my fighting game of choice when Mortal Kombat 9 came out. Mortal Kombat 9 came out, and of all my friends in high school, I was the best. I would win, we would do tournaments, and I would just always win. So I loved it. And then I have one friend who, we invited him over. He was homeschooled most of his life, so we didn't know who he was beforehand. We're like, hey, you should come play games with us or whatever. So he came over, and they made him go against me first round in Mortal Kombat, and I was the best. And I whipped his ass really badly, no holds barred. Like, I don't hold back. Like, I could be playing a little kid, and I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And so I beat him really badly. He got real squinty-eyed about it. He didn't like it. So then he went out of his way to buy the game. Got Shiva, who's the big forearm chick. And learned that just by pressing up, down, you could essentially win every fight. She was super broken. You devil. I know. I think it's really funny, but... But at the same time, he came back and started to whoop my ass all the time. I don't hold back on beginners unless they're pussies. That showed you. I know. And like, so ever since then, every Mortal Kombat that comes out, he gets it right away and gets super good at it. So now when we get together, we still play, and sometimes it's kind of a good back and forth, but I can tell when he's been practicing. Because if he's been practicing, he'll beat me like 4, 5, 6 times in a row, and I don't quit. I just keep trying. But yeah, I created a monster, is the moral of the story. You know, most of the time, here's the thing. Most of the time, I beat someone's ass really bad at a game the first time they play. Oh, that's funny, you said the same thing. Most of the time, you beat somebody so bad the first time you play, they quit. They quit forever. They're like, you know what, nope, I'm not playing this with you anymore. Fuck this, and I'm all like, oh, come on. I lost my one person I had to play with. That's why I should probably be nicer. However, I have a really hard time doing it. And what happened with him is he just became super fucking good. And so... And I had troubles. So now he's got the newest one, he's got all the characters, he's got all the DLC. We'll get together and play like Stallone versus Arnold Schwarzenegger, because they have both of those in there. Jinx, I owe you a drink? Alright, I guess. Cheers. We've had a lot of friends do that too. It's a common thing. It's a common thing. Nah, fuck you. You don't want to take it easy on me? I don't even want to play games with you. So I try to be nice. I try to be nice. I just can't do it. Oh, hit me with another cheers. Uncanny, this is the game. If you put in the beer emoji, I call it a cheers, and I just take drinks. You're more than welcome to drink with me. But I don't know if anybody ever does. So cheers. Brother's the same way. The same way where he gets super good, or he just quits. Got work tonight? Oh, nice. What do you do for work? Got drunk last night. I had a rough day. It wasn't like a rough day by most people's standards yesterday, but I was kind of in a mood. So I had a couple good mixed drinks on the stream, and I started feeling real good after that. I had like 2 minutes of feeling it yesterday, and then I was fine. It was good. Now he quits. I'm a bouncer at a nightclub. You're a bouncer at a nightclub? Woo! You must be a scary dude then. We should arm wrestle. I'm just kidding. Let's not do that. I once was in Minnesota visiting some friends. And the previous weekend I was in the Wisconsin Dells, and I was there for a bachelor party. We saw a bachelorette party left these cards behind of like little challenges that they're supposed to do drunk at the bars. And one was arm wrestle the strongest guy you could find at the bar. So I'm like, oh, this is funny. I'm going to keep doing this. So I went to Minnesota and I challenged my friend. I'm like, okay, you got to arm wrestle the strongest guy in the bar. He's like, no, you go do it. I'm like, all right, fine. But you owe me a drink. So I find the strongest guy in the bar. I'm like, hey, do you want to arm wrestle? Seemingly a really weird question. But then him and his friend laugh at me. And I'm like, why? What's so funny? I think they're laughing because they know I can't win. And they're like, no, because he's a professional arm wrestler. I'm like, oh, fuck me. I'm like, please don't snap my arm in half. He was pretty nice. He didn't snap my arm. Had 3 bottles of 40s. Woo! It's one way to make friends. They thought it was hilarious. They were cool guys. I talked to them a few times the rest of the night. I got a free drink out of it. The guy's like, I'll let you win for a free drink. I'm like, nah, man, I had to travel. I'm getting a free drink out of this. I had balls. To say that to him, but he was a really nice guy. I find the bigger and the scarier the human being, usually the nicer they are. 340s though. Woof. Reminds me of a good old game I like to play called Edward 40 Hands. It was dope. I had a good time. It was back in my real drinking days. Those are fun. I like your style. Hell yeah. Well, I'm happy you popped in here tonight, man. How'd you end up seeing the stream? Was there a page I shared it to, or? Did it just randomly pop up, perhaps? I was curious. It's kind of hard to find awesome people that chit-chat and do all that, so I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. Need 13? What in the blue blazes am I missing? Oh, there's one. Just found your page because you played Resident Evil? That's true. I think that's probably how I found your page. We probably shared the same stuff. I had a friend named Sam who follows you. He's got an Apex character for his profile pic. Saw you streaming this and said, gotta see this cat? Oh, hell yeah. Hey, well, thanks for checking me out. So glad you did. Honestly, I have such a better time streaming when I got people to chit chat with. So when I got like you and Joe in here, it's a fun night. I got so much more energy. I can talk the whole stream. If it's just me, I'm just kind of just saying what I'm doing. So that way there's something. Otherwise, it's hard to be high energy when it's just you chit-chatting about what you're doing. Just so that way it makes more sense anyway if someone watches. Because I put all these streams on YouTube afterwards, so at least it makes sense to them. But... oh, God. I stream on Facebook too. I love streaming, chatting with people, but most people are, well, mutes. Yeah, don't I know it. Is this your streaming page? Uncanny Lup? Because if so, I'll find you. I'll find you and follow you back and jump in there. No, I mean, for a while when Resident Evil 8 came out, I was playing some Apex, Subnautica. For those couple games for a little while, I was getting like 1,200 views a day, and I had less follows, likes, and all that extra stuff when I had that crazy amount. Than I did when I was getting like less than 100 to 100 a day. It was crazy. You know, people still weren't chit-chatting. I only had my my faves who pop in once in a while, people I've known for a while that come in. Joe, Marcus, I got a couple other ones. I don't know oh, yes, I believe so. I'm still freshly new to this platform. I don't have personal Facebook either. Oh, sure. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do Facebook when I first started. I did Twitch for like 5 months. I think it was 5 months. And I did really good on Twitch to start. Like early on, I was doing great. I think they give you a little booster for being new. And all that. I had a bunch of people I was asking, I'm like, hey, get on Twitch and give me a follow quick. You know, I got a pretty good amount of friends, so I had a pretty good early jump. And then all of a sudden, I could barely get like 11 viewers in a 3-hour stream. Wasn't getting anything new. Nobody chatting. It was terrible. So I switched to Facebook, and it got way better. Oh, immensely better. I'd recommend Facebook to anybody new coming in, because Twitch really just pushes their top people, and anyone who's not a top person, anyone who's new, is thrown to the bottom. Dig your way out with YouTube videos. They say YouTube's pretty good too. They say YouTube pushes people. I cannot find these last 2 gems, and it's driving me fucking nuts. I swear there's got to be a balloon somewhere or something. Let's see. Yeah, I'll pull up your page right now. Uncanny Lup. Interesting. Huh. Was it set up? Is your Uncanny Lup account set up as a... anyone with no ass, face, and tits can make it in Twitch? Hate Twitch? You know, I gotta say, that's one thing, brother, I dislike about the streaming world, I complain up and down about it, is the thoughts. The slutty girls who have no personality. They don't even like games. They don't even play games half the time. They don't talk to their people. They don't communicate. They don't do anything. They just sit there looking hot live. And some of them aren't even hot. And they'll get hundreds of views right off the bat, right when they start. And I'm like, the fuck is happening? What in the goddamn hell is this? I despise non-talented people who make money off their born-given beauty and the idiots that give her attention. I agree. I agree. No skills. We have yoga streamers and Facebook. Those pinays who stream with the cam focused on their boobs and have no talent for games. Facts. 100% facts. Oh, there's the last... Oh my god, it's been right here the whole time. I'm gonna drink a couple. I'm gonna drink a couple for taking so fucking long. Cheers. I saw you like that one. Let me like all of those. Couldn't agree more on the whole thing. You know, they saw something as an easy way to make money and they just went off. Like, you know that Catch Me Outside girl? That Catch Me Outside, how about that shit? Heard she made like $1 million starting up, I think she was streaming for a while, but she did like an OnlyFans for a week or something. And in that first week was like one of the top people. And she's like an absolute moron. Like one of the dumbest human beings on the planet. But that's the world we live in. Where someone like that can make it. Just by, I don't know, being dumb as fuck. It's sad. It's sad. But I like watching streamers who got some skills, or just playing the games that we like. Like, if I see Resident Evil, I'm watching. They get 1K viewers, and lots of stars. And just, it's like Facebook strip club. It basically is. Think about it. It's like you know when you're online and you see those ads trying to get you to those chat rooms all the time, but they're just streamers for like streaming like XXX shit. That shit's existed for the longest time. But now they're like invading like our territory. And that's where I'm like, I don't know. Don't like it. Don't like it. Also, gotta say, Uncanny, I love that you got BMO as your picture. I didn't realize what that was for a long time. I thought, because I have like a real small bubble that I'm watching on my stream platform program. And I thought it was like you holding up a Game Boy or something. I just noticed that's BMO from Adventure Time. Adventure Time. I love that show. I discovered that show in college. That show is straight up not for kids. I don't care what anyone thinks. If you know what the jokes are that they're making, you understand that that's straight up adult. Bro, she's even still alive. In this country, it's bad to speak facts, but it's okay to bend her knees and tolerate. This drives me nuts. I hear ya. I love that show too, by the way. I do skate as well. I'm a bit still wild. Yeah, fuck. I don't think I could ever skate. I had a skateboard when I was a kid, and I just got injured a lot. And after so many scraped knees, I gave up. I wasn't the ones to keep pushing through it. I got a lot of friends who can still longboard. They did well, apparently longboarding's easy. I just said fuck that, I'm not getting on it because I just get injured a lot. So I pretty much, these days, I just go out and disc golf, golf. I like golf. Because golf is the one way you can legally drink and drive. Because you get a golf cart and they will sell you the beer. And you just drive around. You're not going very fast. You got a lot of open green, but it's not bad. Dislocated my arm during a session and popped it back in place in the shower. Woo! You know, it probably felt better doing it in the shower of all places, but... Oh, I can't imagine doing it yourself. You see it in the movies where they just like pound it up against a wall or something, but oh, I can't. I could never. I like sprained an ankle once, and that was my worst injury. My worst like bad injury. Never broken anything. And when I sprained the ankle, I couldn't walk on it for like 3 or 4 or 5 days. I don't remember exactly. And I went to the doctors. They did an x-ray and they're like, oh, we don't see even a sprain. I'm like, the fuck you don't see a sprain? I can't walk on it. They're like, well, I'm gonna give you an air splint, which is just like a little Velcro cast thing on it. I still had to hobble around. That was back in high school. I remember somebody like yelling at me. Hey, move faster. I'm like, fuck you, look at my ankle, bitch. Don't yell at me. Some people. I tell you, some people. No patience. But it is what it is. I drank 40s. I drink 40s and skate. I like your style. That's awesome. What 40s do you like? I'm personally a big fan of Mickey's. I know. It's malt liquor. It's not that great. I just like my Mickeys. Hey, thank you, Susan. Cheers. Oh! I like Old English. Doctors back then were like psychopaths in white coats drugging you. God knows what. It's true. So, I might be lucky. I might be lucky that they didn't do anything for me. Old English. I don't know if I've had that one. Is that like a darker beer? Is it a lighter beer? Is it even a beer? Oh. Trying to remember if I just let it go. Oh, I've gone too far. Ah! It's kind of a pain in the ass to get this shit. It's malt liquor? Okay. Hey, I can appreciate that. I like malt liquor. Look, I don't understand. Nobody seems to like malt liquor. But I like buying a box of grenades or Mickey's. Because they literally come in a box and it looks like a bunch of grenades, so everyone calls them the box grenades. Alright, that should be all the gems. Pussies, just kidding. But maybe. But maybe. The thing I like about Mickey's the most, and you know what, it's like you were saying earlier about video games teaching you about puzzles and stuff. There's literally puzzles on the top of every cap. I fucking love it. Preferences, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Cheers.
Let's start with something.
Damn. I think I spilled some on a mixer yesterday, apparently. What did you want me to do?
Okay, now try.
Is that cheers, Susan? I'm sorry, cheers. That's dope. Didn't know of that brand? Yeah, I would I'd check them out. I don't get Mickeys too often, but like once I start getting into it, I get in a kick, and I buy a lot. Kind of like that. Like my normal thing right now is Natterdays Natural Light. It's like a strawberry lemonade beer. I don't know. Don't judge me too harshly, but they're delicious. It's a pink can with a flamingo on it. It is what it is. They've, to some extent, ruined regular beer for me. If I'm not drinking that, it's Busch Light corn cans. Because they got corn cans right now for the farmers. Otherwise, yeah, liquor, it's usually SoCo. But then again, there's so many other things, so many good things. Knob Creek, you ever heard of Knob Creek? It's like a whiskey bourbon, stupid strong. I kind of like that though. I kind of like strong stuff. Like if I go to like a brewery and the menu tells you what percentage the liquor is or the beer is, I'm like, huh. Well, this one says 14%, so let's try it. Oh. Honestly, the key to this is just going off that ramp every time and doing a left, right, back, front. You ever an Arrogant Bastard Ale? No. It's a sour mash type of beer. I do like sour. I think I'd probably like that. Arrogant Bastard. What a good name, though. Look, I could crash right now, and he'll never catch me. So, while he's racing around in circles, I'm gonna drink this beer. Actually, I've got to run. Got to run to the bathroom real quick. So I'll be right back in just a minute. Seriously, a minute. You can count it. I'll be back so fast. It's my favorite beer. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to see if they got any local. Going camping this weekend, so that'd be delicious for camping. Hey, I'll be right back though.
So good already. Who knows? Maybe someday you'll even break my course record. Anyway, I guess I should give you this other egg I found. I was gonna keep it for a pet, but I can't get it to hatch.
Told ya. Gonna be a long piss? Nah. I'm never long. I had 3 viewers. I lost one. I always lose people when I gotta go, but I never take long. I did create a, way back when I started, like an intermission screen that said, "Be right back, probably pooping," and I haven't had to use that one since I made it, but I got it, and it's funny. I stand corrected. That's right. To be fair, the average streamer has created a bad reputation for us. When they go to the bathroom, they do not come back for a long time. So it is not a bad assumption that it's going to be a long time when someone leaves to go to the bathroom. That's funny. It's horribly made. It's ugly, 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 but at the same time, I like it. Oh, you bastard. This guy with his coffee. I was playing catch with my dog, man. I like lost it. Can you find my dog, man? I'll get your damn dog. Whoops. That is way too far. Oh. We'll always support the underdogs. My man. Same. There's a few bigger streamers I've watched just to kind of see what they're doing as opposed to smaller guys. And I'm like, whoa, just dropping by to support because you're playing my favorite game? Okay, bye. Sadie. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Cheers. That was really amazing. I don't know where that came from. I'm blown away. What? Cheers. Thank you for the 200 stars. I'm gonna drink a bunch of this beer in your honor. Okay, now I'm done. Bye. Even more? What? What is happening? Dope. How do you get stars? Well, from the generosity of strangers, I am blown away. I never get stars. This is amazing. You just made my night. In a huge way. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Sorry, pardon my French. You don't deserve that. I'm just shocked. Thunder shocked. So once you reach 100 followers on your page, you can apply. You gotta submit it's like a W9, but not a W9. I can't remember what it's called, like a W11 or something, to Facebook. So it's kind of like you're working for them, but you're like an independent contractor. Is kind of how it works. It doesn't take long to fill out. It's like very, very few things. But once you get to 100, they say, congratulations, you've hit 100. There's a couple other goals. There's like 5 or 6 goals, but 100 followers is the hardest one, excuse me. And you apply. It took me like 10 minutes to do. And then after that, you got to set up like an account, a bank account or something where they can pay you. And then when people submit the stars, it kind of sits in like a little bank account on your Facebook, and then eventually when you want, you can take it out. There's like a $5 minimum or something. But I'm still in shock that Sadie just showed up and liked my page, or just dropped more stars, and then left. What in what? Oh, okay, give me that back. I get it. No, dog. You want stars? I'll give you stars. That's a good quote. What's the stars rate as? It's like 100 stars is $100. So if it was like 165, it'd be 165 stars would be like $1.65. Nemesis, exactly. Oh my god. See, there's something to playing the classics. People love them. This is like my favorite game of my childhood, so I got the first Spyro when I was like 7 or something. I don't know. And I still have it. I still have it like how I showed you the old Resident Evils. I still got 1, 2, and 3 of the original. Here's the thing. I lost the game manual to the first Spyro a long time ago. So there's a small part of me that's like, oh, maybe I just buy a new one. I can't get a new one. That's somebody who took better care than me because they were older than 7 years old.
You found barley. How can
Just
I
because I
ever
love it
thank
so much.
you?
Dude, I'm so...
I mean,
I'm jacked.
this old egg, but
That has never happened to me. I've never had... Like, I had... Joe, I believe, gave me some of my first stars, and then buddy Josh gave me some when I first was able to get them. I had, someone yesterday. Kayla dropped in and gave me some stars. She's super amazing for that. But I've never had somebody just drop in and say, here you go. Have a good day.
I'm ready
Peace.
to patrol the towers and the perimeter of the... It's good to be...
I know I've read about it in the books. Seen it on the YouTubes. I didn't know it was real. I just finished my RE3 Nemesis Hardcore run with assault rifle unlocked with the Effed Mercenaries. Well, at least you've got the box. The box? Which box? Oh, also you got a cheers. Cheers. Why is Spyro like a duck? I'm Sadie. What is happening? Just drop another $25 and said keep up the good work. What is happening? Hashtag Sadie. I'm 100% in with you on that one. Sadie, Sadie, Sadie. You are a legend. Seriously, I didn't know stuff like this was possible. Dope night, no kidding. I've met Uncanny in here, chit-chatting with me the whole night. I had a bunch of good times. Sadie proved that the legends were real. I'm just utterly in shock that this is happening. Sadie, cheers again to you. And Uncanny dropping the cheers as well. I'm not prepared for this, like those big time streamers who go, "Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that." I'm like, I don't know what to do. This doesn't happen to me. I'm wordsless. Is that even a word? I need someone. I have seen someone drop 10k stars on a stream and another 10k stars on his next stream. Jeez. That's wild. I think she just... I have a... Was it PayPal link or something? I don't know, because I've never gotten a donation that way. So I got stars, and I think it's a direct. I don't know. I really don't know. This has never happened to me. Sadie, thank you so much. You are a legend. You'll be forever remembered in the stream. Hold on. I've got a... Streamlabs, that's it. Streamlabs. Which is, yeah. I use that. They got some way figured out. I did it a long time ago. I'm like, oh, I'll just set this up. We'll see what happens. And I didn't think anything would happen. I set that up months ago. Yeah, Streamlabs or whatever it is. I don't know, but... Hold on. I need to change something on here. Okay. So that thing on the top left, you're gonna live up there forever. You are immortalized in this stream now. I changed it to just stars and donations, so you're not going anywhere, Sadie. You will be remembered till the end of time. Thank you so much. Broke your chair? 100%. 100%. Like I was saying to these guys, I didn't even know it was possible. I thought it was all just a dream. You put it there. They tell you to. They're like, just in case people give you donations. You're like, donations? What is that? Well, I'll tell you what. I've learned today.
My friend is feeling.
So tell me. Which of the Spyros was your favorite? Did you like the first one, the second one, the third one? Oh snap, so how was it? Everything you've heard? God, everything you've heard and better. You know, they talk about it, and you're like, wow, that sounds great. And then it happens. And you're like, wow, this is way better than the stories. This is worth waiting for. Well, I'm glad I was playing your favorite game today. Is the third one your favorite? Is that why? Or just Spyro in general? Big Papa Kratos told me, always keep your expectations low, boy, and they'll never be disappointed. That's generally my attitude. It's not a bad attitude if you keep your expectations low. Here's the thing. What was it? I do that with like all movies too, like Mortal Kombat movie, the new one. When that came out, I was like, look, it just can't be worse than the last one, the first two that came out back in the 90s, and it wasn't. And so I enjoyed it a lot. Well, oh no. Spyro's what started my whole game love. Really? I can see why. I mean, it's a great game. I think this was... So, I'm trying to remember. The first game I ever had was on Game Boy Color. I had Super Mario Land. I'll start with Game 1. Hell yeah. And I had like a couple Game Boy games. I don't remember what they were. But when I first got PlayStation consoles, like real games, this was the first one I had. So I'm right there with you. You watched it? Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm old. I'm not too young either. I'm Ooh. Look, I forget my age a lot. On purpose or not on purpose. But I'm almost 30. Like, this game was brand new. The first one anyway, when I started playing games. Oh, wasn't there a head here? No? Okay, I've just made a mistake. What else did I get? Oh, I had these. And then Gex. Gex was one of my first games too. I don't know if anyone's heard of that one. Almost 30? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. I believe I'm 28 and I'll be turning 29 this year. I believe. I could be wrong. Like, when I was in college and I first turned 21, I would go to the bars and say, hey, they'd ask your age or whatever when they get the ID. And they're like, how old are you? 21. Just seeing if you got a fake. And then I kept saying I was 21 when I wasn't 21 anymore. 22, 23. I kept saying I was 21. And eventually, one day I realized when the bouncer looked at me and he was like, 21? I'm like, wait a minute. How old am I? And so, I'm not good at remembering my age, but I think I'm 28. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. I'm 34, but I'm like 33-year-old. There's no way you're that old, Joe. I've seen you stream. There's no way you're that old. Gex the Gecko, you know Gex. Uncanny, you're 24? Oh shit. We're all in that range, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I try to remember nothing about the almost 30. I just kind of let it go. Sadie, I'm the oldest one here. No. Not in spirit though. Not in spirit, right? Youngins. Some days I don't feel young. Some days you get your back hurting, and you're like, ah, man, getting too old. But I guess technically I am young to some degree. Isn't there a fake wall? There's a fake wall here. I know there is. Maybe there's not. I thought there was. Make y'all feel young? Well, thank you. Well, you know, that's two favors. There's the donations, there's making us feel young, there's chatting and hanging out with us. You've thoroughly made everybody's night. Oh, I'm amazed I didn't die. Games never grow old, they just level up. I agree, and like Spyro here, I can't tell you how many times I've beaten this all the way through. I've beaten this all the way through well before Reignited came out, and when it did, I immediately 100%ed all of them. Did it 2, 3, this is my 4th run. I guess just depends on how wise you are. That shows you true maturity. True. 24 with an 18-year-old body. Hey, that's a good thing. Let it go on forever. I was born when Reagan was president. Hold on. Between 81 and 89. I'm going to say 89. It's got to be the latter. There's no way you were born any time before that. So you're born in 89, then you'd be 3 years older than me. I was born in 92. So you'd be 31. It's got to be it. You said you were older than Joe, who said he was... What did he say?
Before you take on those nasty crawdads, I should give
34.
To start,
But I only like I am 33 years old, or feel like I'm 33 years old. You can't be much more older. So I'm gonna say you're 35. Gotta be 35. Joe, I have a body of an 18-year-old. Check out my freezer. Hey, I still got pizza rolls in my freezer. I still eat like that, so. Born in 1987? Woo. Nope. I'm older than Joe. Add a couple. A couple. It's 37? 37. Just pardon my math. It's not good. Oh wait, I just run into him, right? Yeah. I figured it out eventually. Ta-da! Well, that's not too bad. You still got your 30s. Look, I'm gonna be there one day. I keep thinking like, oh man, I'm almost 30. Should I change something? Nah. Still eat pizza. Still do it all. I did recently stop drinking soda for the most part. Only for the most part. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hell yeah, cheers. Oh my god. Forgetting it 200 stars. Sadie. Hashtag Sadie. Stars. Joe, let's say it again. Hashtag Sadie. You are amazing. Thank you for the 200 stars. Come here, butterfly.
You'll be able to deal with these guys much faster if you use a power-up. Just eat any power-up butterfly.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm supposed to do this way? I'm really not paying attention. I'm kind of just chit-chatting with you guys. Stars. Do you know Resident Evil 2? Stars. Sadie. Oh my god. You are a saint. Sadie, where have you been my whole life? Uncanny, I haven't drank soda in 6 years? Well, no wonder you're a bouncer at a nightclub. Probably ripped out of your mind. I knew a couple guys who did that stuff. They're all gigantic. I love Resident Evil movies. Oh, the movies. The movies are good. There's a new one, a remake coming out this year. Should be like Halloween-ish time. And I'm super pumped for it. Oh, look out. Well, I'd love to get that setting for my setup. You know what I did? There's, if you look online, there's just a archive of sound bites from old games, or old Resident Evil games, that you can just download. So I just downloaded an old one and put it on there. I was like, okay, it stars. I play a ton of Resident Evil. It just makes sense. Probably working while you're too busy being born. All facts. All facts. Very likely. You know what? It was a lot of work for me to get born. I had to really work at it. Not really rip, dude. Just lift. Don't those go hand in hand? Just fit, I hear you. Ah. So can you do like marathons? There's some people. Now you're actually getting stars. I've never in my life gotten stars like this. Like, I got some yesterday, and I've received some when I first started playing. Like, I went through a long dry spell after I first got my stars till this week. What is happening? Well, you got a few tonight. From where I was at, I'm up like, I don't know, a couple 1,000% from what stars I had gotten in the past, all in one night. Sadie, how did I was asking Uncanny this earlier. How did you find me? What did you see me on a post on Facebook somewhere? Trying to do what it takes to get a little better. Oh! Do better here at streaming. I'm curious how people find me. I do crazy core workouts, JKD related training, and BJJ. What's JKD and what's BJJ? Core workouts though. That stuff's tough. I used to do a lot of that. Like, I'm really good at starting workout regimens and then not following through with them. It's one of my hidden talents. Because Black Ram GX. Joe, I ain't fit because exercise also sounds like extra rice and extra fries. That's true. Hey, cheers, 100%. I agree with you. I agree with you. I love extra fries. Look, when you go to a restaurant and they're like, all right, what do you want for your side? I'm like, what are your options? And the first thing they say is fries. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop you there. Fries. Do they come out of a deep fryer? Yes. Okay. Fries. Not a hard man to please. I like chicken strips and fries. I eat other things than chicken strips and fries, but sometimes it's a really good option. You know, I feel like when I go to a restaurant and I order it, I always have a smirk on my face because I'm like, are you judging me? To the waitress or the waiter, whoever it is, you know, like, what do you think about this chicken strips and fries order? Sometimes you just want it. You know, you go to a bar, you want some good bar food? That's good bar food. No, actually I was going through my game feeds and blocking and reporting those with boobies hanging out to get followers and shit. I can't roll my eyes enough at them. I don't want to see boobs. I want to watch games. And so I was blocking and getting those off on my newsfeed, and you came up. Oh, well, hell yeah. Thank you, Facebook, for putting me out there. But it's funny that you say that, because literally, me, Joe, and Uncanny here, we were all just ranting about that. Either as you came in or right before you came in. Maybe you saw that rant and you're like, I like these guys. But we were just saying about how much there's people out there that are just, like you said, showing their titties, and they're not playing games, not doing like they'll start the game and then they don't do anything. Load enough, not load enough. I got you. I figured out what you were saying. But yeah, it's probably my biggest pet peeve in this whole streaming thing is that there's these big titty ladies out there just dominating. They dominate. They do so good. So quick. There's no grind for them, you know? Like the rest of us, we're out here grinding, playing games and stuff. Hot tubs and crap? What the hell is that? Hot tubs? There's hot tubs? If I had $1 for every girl that found me unattractive, they'd find me attractive? That's a good one. Gross. Okay, and here's the thing. What are they going to do? Are they going to sell that hot tub water at the end? You remember when that was a thing? Gamer girl bath water? I think it might still be a thing. I really do. Especially if there's hot tub things happening. I didn't know that. I haven't seen that pop up. Luckily. Huh. What length will they not go to? You know what I'm talking, everybody? I didn't hear about the hot tub thing. It's big on Twitch, or bigger, I think. Is it really? I travel over to Twitch once in a while, but not that often. Is that like, I wonder, like its own category, you think? You know how there's like, oh, I hate the piranha water. There's a different category for each game, and there's like just chatting. Is there one for hot tubbing? Because Twitch is kind of selling out to that kind of thing. Twitch is kind of becoming XXX. And they're just okay with it. You can't swear, You can't say anything politically incorrect, but good God, you can show your titties. Yes, girls sitting in hot tubs doing, I don't know. Never watched long enough. I agree with you. Hell yeah, it is chatting. Oh, chatting. Some of them don't even chat, though. Do you want to get black? Because that's how you get blocked. Hell yeah, Sadie. I like your style. What a good night. Met a couple new great people. You guys are fun. We all see the same way on this issue for sure. ASMR. Jesus. I saw yesterday, I was scrolling through, looking at some different gamers after I got off, and there was one girl who was just sitting there, not playing games, looking at it, with her boyfriend right there. She's talking to her boyfriend on the stream, still had a ton of viewers, not playing a game, not paying attention, not doing anything, and I'm like, why is there 113 people in here? What in the hell? What have we become as a society? I don't know why I had a hard time saying the word society, but pussy ass guys giving their hard-earned money to chicks who can't do much. Real or simplistic creatures. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Some of us make mistakes.
When all lamps are lit, there is it.
Gotta light more lamps. Okay.
Swamp smells so
I saw some
sweet.
natch chick
The
with
springtime's
short
really
shorts
fragrant.
showing undies and whatever, and they can get away with. What is that? What are people watching? Reminds me of Korean hidden camera porn. Oh, jeez. I bet you're right. Huh. You know, they find, like, any way to accidentally show things off. You ever notice that? Like, oh, I just happened to go over here to pick up my cat, and their ass comes hanging way out, and you're like, really? That's what you're doing? You're supposed to be gaming, bitch. No. Here you are, doing the shenanigans. Seriously. It's an issue. It makes it hard for, like you said, anyone who's actually playing games to ever get anywhere. Side boob slip, yeah. Remember, there's some that would accidentally show their tits for real on the stream. Oh no. Oh my god. This is the worst thing that could have ever happened. I've been banned for a week. I'm gonna go take a week's vacation. Hey, thanks. Oh, suddenly I got more viewers? Oh, that's crazy. When I came back, I'm like, this is bullshit. If a guy accidentally showed off his dingling, banned for life. And how do you accidentally show off anything? What in the hell are you doing that was even a possibility? You know? Hey, there's guys out there. There's one guy I've seen, I can't remember his name, Chabata something, who plays Madden. I saw him because I was watching some Madden guys. I like NFL football. It's the only sport I get into. And this guy, still to this day, 1,000 views. He's kind of funny. He walks back and forth in front of a green screen. He never sits. He walks back and forth with his shirt off. Never wears a shirt. He's full titty out the whole time. He doesn't get banned. Pretty funny. I like me some good old Spyro where deaths don't matter. One of the reasons I love it. It's true, I have 24 lives. I've never had enough. Or too little. Hey bro, I know this is too up front, but I'm in an intellectual podcast, and maybe one day talk to people, talk about issues that PC culture deemed uncivilized. Oh shit. You asking me to do a podcast with you? I do a podcast. I maybe hit this too early. Oh, not this one anyway. I don't know where this guy's going. if possible. Yeah. Hell yeah. I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm at work. I listen to some about streaming. I like to, I'll listen to the Joe Rogan one every once in a while. Because he gets scientists on there, he gets politicians who aren't really able to get their name out there. He gets professors and all kinds of stuff. So I like listening to him sometimes. I like these different streamers. I'm into that stuff. I just started, so it's a little... Oh man, I'm not paying attention to this guy at all. 2 cheers.
I went boom again. Big rocks can be kicked this
Fresh and Fit podcast on YouTube. I haven't heard that one. There's just so many out there. I really only started listening to him this year, like for the longest time. I wasn't really into podcasts. I was it was some iPod thing. It's ridiculous. Android for life. But then I started listening to him, and I'm like, oh man, you can just zone out and listen to podcasts while you're working. So I'll have like 2 podcasts that'll get me through the entire workday. Oh, yay. So what do you talk about on... You just said you just started yours. Do you have a plan of what you like to talk about on yours? Just any topic? Or do you have like a certain topic you like to stick to? Oh my god. Cheers.
Ow! I went boom again. Big rocks can be kicked. Yes!
I am just making a lot of mistakes here. I'm talking too much. Which is okay, I like talking. Oh, I never even had to do that one. Okay, I'm gonna memorize this. So it's this one, it's the lower one. Not that one at all, even though he makes it real close. So you stay down, mushroom. No! Oh. Well, it's a good thing I got a fresh drink. Fresh drink of Bel Air. Cheers. Or are you drinking too much? What are you drinking and how come not sharing? I apologize. I should be sharing. It's Natter Days, Natural Light Natter Days. It's like a strawberry lemonade beer. I know. Not the manliest beer ever. However, it is delicious. And I discovered it like 2 years ago. Ruined beers for me for life. It's all I ever want to drink. I've only had 3. Now 4. I'd say I like variety, but with knowledge and... Sorry. Look. It's not my fault. Okay, it is a little bit. I like variety with a little bit of knowledge and research involved, mainly. I hear ya. Philosophy, relationships, culture, game, and celebrities. Oh, nice. Never heard of it? Show us? Okay. Let me get one up. I have them in some stuff. So this is Natural Light. Whoops. Natter Days. So these things all over are flamingos. There's pink flamingos on a pink can. Natural Light Natter Days. Strawberry lemonade beer. It is, I don't know how strong it is, what percent. It's like a light beer, but it's just delicious. Let me tell you, I would recommend it. Sadie, if you can get your hands on some delicious Natter Days, do it. Life-changing. I used to drink real beer all the time. Not anymore. I still drink real beer sometimes. It's so your fault for not being able to multitask. Look, I'm a man. It's well known that men cannot multitask. God damn it. Cheers, cheers.
Big rocks can be kicked, they say. Mushrooms must. Yes.
You used to drink Four Locos, 11% alcohol, and it almost killed you and your homie. Look, I hear that. I used to drink Four Locos too. And when I first started drinking Four Locos was before it became illegal to have the recipe that they had. And that's like when I first started drinking alcohol. It was a bad time, okay? I would not recommend to anybody the original if you can get your hands on it. But they fuck you up. BS. Trying to tell me that trying to tell that to submarine engineers. That's fair. I don't know any submarine engineers. Hold on. I'm going to read and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to have to snoop, see if I can find. Might not be able to drink it. I'm allergic to wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Oh. I don't know. Let's see. Oh. I don't see the ingredients on here, but you might be allergic. You might be unable to drink it if you got all those allergies. Oh! I did it. I did it. If he just came back around and smashed that big one, I'd have lost it. They banned the drink for a bit here in Texas, and then they lowered the percentage to 5%. At least you're not allergic to chocolate. Hey. That would be a true tragedy. Chocolate? I love chocolate. I bring chocolate with me to lunch every day. I have a combination between Snickers, oh my god, where are we going? What is happening? Stop winding. Snickers, Twix, Snickers, Twix, and Reese's. First time. After messing up so much with the first guy. Oh, so you're over in Texas. Hey, everything's bigger there. I like Texas. I want to go visit it someday. I've heard Texas grew a lot through the pandemic. Like, other states got small, like California. Everyone left California and then just filled up Texas. For better or worse. I'm up in Wisconsin, so cheese land. Look, there's an area near me, did win best cheese in the planet like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember, but it was delicious that year. Thank God, no, I'm not. However, I'm also allergic to nuts, bananas, strawberries, melons, all types, and egg. However, I eat a lot. All of it, because I figure if I continue to eat it, I'll have a small tolerance of it. That could be true. I don't know enough about how allergies work. The only real allergy that I have is bee stings. Bee stings. And I have noticed that when it's warm out, I appear to have an allergy to beer. When it's hot out and I'm drinking a lot of beer, my skin all heats up and I turn red, but only spotted red, like a cow. I don't get it. And I usually just kind of ignore it. Nothing happens. It's like my body's just like burning it off faster for some reason or something. I don't know. Not allergic to it any other time, and I could drink twice as much in the winter. For some reason, when it's hot out, it's hot up here for right now. Been like 90 degrees most of the time. One red gem? What? That's crazy. Bee stings or wasps and all that. I don't feel any of it. Don't even get bumps. Really? I'm thoroughly jealous. Words are hard. Because, yeah, like wasps, anything. It messes me up. You know what else gets me? Mosquitoes. I'm not like strictly allergic, like I'm gonna inflate or anything if I get bit by a mosquito, but my mosquito bites are like huge. It's like, it takes up like a huge, like 3-4 inch, not 3 to 4, probably like 2 to 3 inches of my arm when I get bit by mosquitoes. So like in the summer when I'm outside for like a campfire or something, I'm wearing long sleeves, pants, the whole works. Everyone else will be in shorts and a tank top, and I'm out there wearing as much as I can because I'm not getting bit by mosquitoes. Been hitting 100 there lately? Fuck that. Sadie, wow. I'd rather take a bee sting than a mosquito bite any day. Pfft. I wish I could. That sucks. It does. It's terrible. I'm allergic to bugs. You want to know how I found out I was allergic to bee stings? I was with my grandma on a picnic when I was like 6. My grandma loved ginger ale, so she brought ginger ale for me. I liked it too. And I went to take a drink of my ginger ale, but I didn't look into it because I was like 6 years old and there was a bee inside of it. I drank the bee. Bee stung me in the throat as I was trying to get it down. It felt like a mace, you know, like a mace ball, which is just like a metal ball with the spikes. It felt like that because it was just wildly going all around in my mouth. And stung me in my throat. My throat closed up because the whole thing was swollen. My lip got so big I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Also, when my throat swelled up, I passed out, and they rushed me to the hospital. Quickly injected me with the EpiPen. And I'm A-okay, but it almost killed me. I almost died. Oh my god, yeah, same thing here. Really? You drank bees? Look, I wasn't a smart 6-year-old. I probably should have checked my drink. I check my stuff now. Ever since that day, I check, and I make sure there's no bees in my drink. It got to the back of my mouth. You did too? I thought I was the only one. That's crazy. That's crazy. It freaks you the fuck out when it happens. You are not cool. You are not calm when you drink a bee. To be honest, what was that bee thinking? Why was it there? You know? Herbie? I've seen Herbie's car. And the Herbie is the flying car and shit, like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or something. I saw it once. I know the movie came out in the 50s, but I saw it. I've seen it before. Oh. One of my posts, someone named Jeffrey White liked it. Jeffrey, if you're out there, thank you for the like. Cheers. Let's do the speedway quick. Itching for it. A bee snuck into my can of Coke at a barbecue party, and yeah, felt fuzzy movement and buzzing. Tried to spit it out. My tongue, spit it out, but my tongue made it mad. Got near my uvula. Oh! Oh! Brings me back to my horror stories. I found out that I don't have any allergy to wasps. When I was a kid, my ceiling fell, old farmhouse. When it fell, a wasp nest fell onto me in the night while I was sleeping. Woke up with about 50 dead wasps, not a sting on me. My god, that is literally my nightmare. Funny that you grew up in an old farmhouse, so did I. Old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. The barn I wasn't allowed to go into because it was so old. there was a basketball court on the second story of the barn, and I always wanted to go in, but I was always told I couldn't. Well, try telling a human being something that they can't do and watch them not do it. So, anyway, I went in there. It was full of broken glass. I found, like, a jaw of, like, a raccoon and things, all kinds of cool stuff when you're a little kid. But we had about 200 bats. Hundreds and hundreds of bats that lived in the attic of our old farmhouse. And we would get, like, 5-6 bats in the house at a time. So, get this. It took me until when Call of Duty MW2 came out, so I think that's 2009, because I'm in an old farmhouse, till I had internet capable of me playing online for the first time. Huge gamer my whole life. Oh, shit. Anyway, huge gamer my whole life, so when I finally had internet that I could play on there, which was satellite, but it worked, I played a ton online. So there's old rolly rocking gamer chairs that sit like on the floor. Had one of those. It's 2 in the morning. That's it, I'm restarting this. 2 in the morning. I'm playing Call of Duty MW2. I got my headset on. It was like those crappy ones that came with the Xbox where it was like only an earpiece on this side and it just kind of slung around your head. And I feel tugging under my shirt. It's 2 in the morning. I'm like, what, is my dog here? What's going on? I look down and there's a bat sleeping under my armpit. Let me tell you, that will freak you the fuck out. So I'm in the middle of the game. I just go, ah, screaming, throw my headset off, start flinging my arms. Bat goes flying off. Who knows where he goes? Terrified. So all those people knew that I was playing with in that game was some guy started screaming and now he's not moving anymore. So I went up. Must have been early high school, I think sophomore year. Woke up my mom. I was like, Mom, there's a bat downstairs. You got to go take care of it. I'm not doing it. She's in her bed. She's like, no, I'm not helping you. If you want to play your games more, you got to go take care of it. I'm like, fuck. I'm rattled. I'm freaked out. So we had badminton rackets. Badminton rackets are tennis rackets. Perfect. The bats can't sense it, and you just whack. And then they're like knocked out for a little bit. You take them outside, they're free to go. So I find him. He's like sleeping on an AC unit, a window one that we have in a box. Whack! Knocked him out. What I do is take like a cardboard box from like a case of beer, soda, whatever, slide that under the racket, take him outside, let him go. Sometimes they go free. Sometimes we had outside cats because we're on a farmhouse. Sometimes the cats got him. Cats didn't like the taste, but they sure went for it. You tell me you'll puff and nearly die from nuts, but immune from stings? The hell are you? I have no allergic reaction from poison ivy or poison oak. Poison ivy and poison oak will fuck me up. They get me bad. She got your ass, and I'll still eat nuts so I don't swell up and die. I've always been able to eat nuts and stuff like that, but in the last year or so, my tongue hurts and like goes numb if I eat cashews. Not cashews. What are the ones in the shells? The ones in the shells that are super good. But I can't think of their name. Anyway, so I don't know if it was the kind I was eating or something, but apparently it messes up my tongue, so I stopped eating those. I have no reaction to poison ivy. You guys are lucky as shit. So I got a bunch of family in New York. Last time I was in New York, it was like a cousin or a nephew? I don't know what he was. Huge family, and I never get to see him. And him and me went off to go hunt crawdads out of the creek out back. And we went through poison ivy. He's not allergic. He's just like, fuck it. We just go right through these bushes. It's fine. I don't know what it is. I come back. I'm completely red, covered in a rash. My family's like, Anson! My name's Anson. They're like, Anson, what happened to you? I'm like, I don't know, we were just out back. We were just having fun. They're like, you are fucked. You need to go. And they poured me up like a tomato bath or something. And I had to take a tomato bath. It was embarrassing. I thought I was fine. But apparently, humans aren't supposed to look like that. Well, so I learned. Allergies are weird, man. Allergies are weird. Like, there's no rhyme or reason for why you have some and not others. You are fucked. I still hear those moments. Still have those. Yeah. No? Life's not too fun if you stop getting those, huh? Damn it. You are fucked moments. Hey, they come for us all. Yeah. I guess I forget that I'm even allergic to poison ivy, and I would assume poison oak. I don't really know. I just always remember the bee one. That's easy to remember considering the near death, but the other ones I forget. I'm just not out in it too often. I go camping a lot though, so I'm surprised it's not more often. Hold on, that's a lot. Yeah, when I was a young kid, me and my sister walked through the woods in sandals because my dad was bragging about a huge tree in our woods somewhere. We walked and walked and walked, ended up on the other side of the country mile, came home, mom and dad was like, "You walked all through that and you have no reaction? Come to find out, genes, baby." My mom has no reaction either. Hey, that's lucky. You got the right genes. I once slapped my face during my first meeting with a clan for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Once slapped my face? Oh, no! Why would you slap your face? I fucked up. I think this race is over. I should be competing for first. Oh, maybe not. Shit. What? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. What do you mean you slapped your face? Hold on, I gotta read this. A big tree roach snuck into my crib and flew to my face while I was in the chat with the clan and slapped my face, headset, and everything. Flew across the room. I screamed, "Get back on the headset," and everyone is dying of laughter. Uncanny. What? Why are you slapping your face? This is my first impression for those guys. That's funny. That's good. I mean, they don't know what's going on. They just know that you screamed. And I missed and get 6th place. That's amazing, though. I still play with the guys I was playing with when the bat snuck up on my arm. That's funny. It's been... shit. If we started playing in 2009, which... maybe I wasn't with those guys in 2009. Maybe it was like 2010. It's been like 11 years. It's crazy how long video game friendships can last. You ever seen those things? No, I haven't. Sadie hasn't either. Joe's probably seen worse in the Philippines, if he's still in here. They laughed because I smacked my face. Got roach guts stuck to my face. Oh no. Yeah, that's kind of gross. They mess around, they bite. Well, they don't mess around. Yeah, I don't deal with shit that bites. You know, dragonflies bite? Dragonflies look cool, but they're not. me tell you, I have got to go to the bathroom so bad, but I'm in this race, and I'm in it to win it. I don't care if my bladder explodes. I'm just kidding, I really do care about that. Hell yeah, they bite. As soon as I beat this race, I'm gonna have to run to the Little John's room. But Uncanny can tell you, I'm fast. I'm back in a minute. If I'm not back in a minute, I'll take a drink. That's a good wager. It's only a win for everybody else. Yeah, oh geez, go potty. Yeah. Look, it's only my kidneys. I don't need them. What I need to do is win this race. When you've had a couple beers, you gotta go. Bet. Alright, bet. I will... Okay. Let's see. The time is at 29:01. Good enough for me.
Stars.
What time is it? Oh! 2 seconds too late. Dang it. I was very close to a minute. That was like a minute and 1 second. A minute and 2 seconds. Is that another 50 stars? Do for the potty. Cheers. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sadie, again for 50 stars. Also, because I technically wasn't under a minute, I'll do another cheers. Close but no cigar, mate. I know. I'll get it next time. Hashtag Sadie. Sadie proves that anything can happen. Dreams do come true. Oops, why am I doing this? Nope, stop that. Okay, guys. We gotta stop. Unless she's just joking. Then we'll bring it back. Yeah! I love these farmer dudes. I like the space cows making a comeback from Ripto's Rage right at the end. Not buying that dreams come true motto. Not buying it? Dreams come true. Gag, this is not Disney, man. That's so Disney. I don't know Disney things. Thank you. No, thank you. You're a wonderful human being. I'm just glad I didn't have my tits out today. Normally I do. Jeez, that's so Raven. That's one. That's right. See, I had 5 channels growing up. I had what we called the Farmer 5. So I didn't have anything Disney Channel. Like, I had Disney movies. I had Hercules. I had Fox and the Hound. I had, I don't know, the sad ones. Turns out they're all sad, actually. So I didn't get to watch much Disney stuff, so I don't get into any of it these days. No tatas. I had to put them away today. Normally they're out when I'm in my hot tub, but unfortunately the hot water stopped running out, so so I had to actually play video games for once. I hated Disney Channel after Miley Cyrus. I never saw any of the Miley Cyrus stuff either. I've just never seen any of it. Alright. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this level, beat this boss, and then that's approximately halfway through this playthrough. And then I'll call it a night there. So one more level and the boss.
Spyro.
And then I'll have the second half of this one on Monday. Because I'll be out camping this weekend. And hopefully not getting stung by bees. It's a lot of fun. I did not grow up with Disney. I'm the youngest, so I was lost on movie night. So we grew up with to see drugs and violence. When you're the youngest, you just see what the older ones want to see, and that's usually not anything kid-related. Oh god, the amount of girls I dated in high school, we watched that crap. Oh no. At least it was real. Better take EpiPen. You know, I like to roll the dice, we'll just say. I haven't owned an EpiPen since high school. And then when I was gonna go, or thinking about going to get them, they jacked up the price to like $1,000 per. You remember when the government had to step in and say, what you're doing is really fucked up? That's illegal now. So I just never went to go get one, even though they're back to a normal price. So I should have an EpiPen, but I always say either somebody will get me to the hospital where I can get one, and then I'll pay $1,500 for the ambulance ride, or if the bee manages to kill me, I've left my entire inheritance to that bee. Whatever can finish me off will get all my things. But coincidentally, the bee also usually dies too, unless it's queen. So guess it all goes to the government. But oh no, please make sure you know where the hospital is. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. The big thing I always say is, well, if I die, at least I don't have to pay taxes anymore. Which isn't true. You still pay taxes when you die. The government takes a chunk of whatever your money that is you give away. Your life insurance, the government I think takes a chunk of that and all that, so it's like, you still pay taxes. It's a bad motto. Well, it should be fine. I was spending most of the day Saturday, I'll be tubing on a river. I've never been on this river, but there's no bees on the water, right? There is snakes. There's snakes in the water. I'm not allergic to them. I just don't like them. I straight up hate snakes in the water. Because you can't see where they are half the time. No sugar coating for me. Probably would explain a lot about how blunt I am. That's fair. Hey, I like your bluntness. Bees are everywhere, bro. I know. I haven't walked barefoot through the grass since I was a very young child. Like, I'll wear sandals if I'm going through town or city or whatever and it's all blacktop. But if I'm out and about in the grass, it's like shoes. Shoes the whole time. And I'm staring down the whole time. Like, I'm looking around, staring down at the grass, making sure I don't walk on one accidentally and piss it off. I'm very careful about it. Also, coincidentally, the reason I happen to find a lot of 4-leaf clovers. I'm very good. I'm a 4-leaf clover hunter. I've got one in my wallet that I've had for, man, over 10 years now. It's brought me a lot of luck, I think. Maybe. Oh, thumbs down? Oh no! Uncanny, why do you love bees? Okay, bees are good. They are good. They serve a purpose. They feed us. I just don't like that they can kill me. 4-leaf clovers aren't that right. They're not. You just gotta look. Once you start looking for them, they're out there. I think I found like 3 or 4 last year, and I'm not even the good one in my family at finding them. I got family that find them constantly. I've got good experience with them, and above all, they're important. They are extremely important. We'll pretty much die without them. Because what do they pollinate? Was it 60%? Maybe it's higher. Of our crops. Woo! Thought he was gonna get away. Leaf? Oh, I got you. Leaf. I didn't even read it wrong, to be honest. You guys go hunting for 4-leaf clovers? How cute is that? Hey, we're adorable. Someone call us cute. Yeah, you already said cute. I couldn't think of a better word. I guess we don't especially go out hunting for them. You just kind of, you plop your chair out there, you start looking around, and oh, hey, there's one right there, you know? Wait, what am I missing? But my uncle, I got an uncle who can find him. Like, he'll just walk, he'll stop, he'll look down, he's like, hey, there's one. Like, you weren't even looking this whole time. How the hell did you just find that? And then my sister's super good at finding them. And, like, I'm middle tier. I was not paying attention where this one went. I need to pay attention better. You should try Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I haven't tried it before, but I've seen it out there a lot. It looks like a good game. It's on the Unity engine, which is where I made some games back in college. So I have a little bit of respect for Unity engine. Made a couple fun ones. What did we make? We made Boldar, the Gentle Rock Monster. It was a mobile game. It's only on my phone, maybe a couple other of the people in the class's phone, where it's like a Flappy Bird type of deal. Flappy Bird was huge at the time. So you're a rock boulder monster who tripped and fell in the morning and is rolling down the mountain, and there's Furbies on the mountain, and you're a gentle rock monster, you don't want to kill them, so you try to jump over them. You're constantly getting scored for how far you go down. And if you kill 3 Furbies, you lose. We created one. It was a zombie game. It was a top-down, where you are the alpha zombie. I created this idea, and now they just made it into a movie. That zombie movie with Snyder and Batista. You were the alpha zombie, and you would infect other zombies. Those zombies would follow you, but if you got around people, they would go chase the people for you. And eventually you'd build a horde. It was called Horde. Oh, I'm not supposed to hit those guys. And then the third one was a 2-player game called Food Fight, where you had 3 turns you had, or 3 moves you had to decide what to do with it. Move left, move right, throw your food, or pick up food. It was fun. It was decent. Definitely playing that game on acid next time. That's funny. Adorable, sweet, endearing, lovable, charming, dinky, darling, take your pick. Flappy Bird, not that one. Alpha Zombie movie, really? I can't remember what it was called. It was the Vegas one. There's the They're in Vegas. And there's the alpha zombie in it. He's super smart. The movie was okay. I didn't like it that much. It was on Netflix. It was a Netflix movie. Something of the Dead. It was an Of the Dead film. I can't remember which one it was. I was bored. I had to see it, you know? You gotta get new movies because the pandemic's really slowed down movie production. I don't like that. Need movies. I know which one you're talking about. Not a fan of the films. Corny as that. However, the game concept is interesting. It was an interesting game concept. The game was pretty well built to some degree. The problem is that it was buggy, and the fact that if you lost the level, like, you only had to collect so many human zombies to move on to the next level. So if you died and you only got the first human every time, eventually that would push you to the next level. So, like, I had some issues programming that end of it. But other than that, it worked pretty well. I just needed more time. We only had a little bit of time. I don't know, Shaun of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead was good. That's an old one. Shaun of the Dead is hilarious. I just started watching a little bit of that the other day. I didn't get too far in it. It's on TV all the time. For the last 15 years. I don't know how long it's been, but always on TV.
Let's head on over to the...
During the pandemic, got me into making my own miniature waterfalls. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds cool, actually. Night of the Living Dead? Is that it? Wait. Night of the Living Dead. That's an older one, too, right? Dawn of the Dead, which is based in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. I love that one. That was really good. Okay, talking about zombies then. Have you heard about the upcoming Back for Blood? They're making from the makers of Left 4 Dead. I, in fact,
Idiotic, worthless.
pre-ordered it, as you can see here, a long time ago when it was supposed to come out in June or July. I don't remember. It was supposed to be out around this time. And they canceled it and said, oh, well, it's not released until October. I like the October release. I don't like that they canceled it. But I can't wait for that game. That's going to be fun as fuck. Dawn of the Dead is the best. I love Dawn of the Dead.
These eggs
It had some pretty good actors. There was a good script. There was some calm while being freaky. And it happened in Milwaukee. So it's relatable to me. I've been to that mall. It's not a real mall. But I've been to a mall in Milwaukee. Yeah. Forget what she's got to say. Just hope they don't treat it like some cyberpunk game. Wait, disappointed. Yeah. I got it. I played a bunch. Oh, he doesn't have that black stripe stuff on him anymore. And I liked it. I just knew that at some point they were going to fix that game. At some point that it was going to be an even better game with DLC and all that junk. So I was like, eh. I'll just wait and I'll go back later and I'll play it. Oh, shit. Gotcha. Oh, what a trap. I can't believe I just died so easily. Cheers. Sergeant Bird, it's all your fault. Enemy was a bad letdown like Watch Dogs. You know what's funny is I own both Watch Dogs. Never played them. On Xbox, I think you can do it on PlayStation 2. You can game share, so you like connect your account with a friend or something, and whatever they buy, you get for free. Whatever you buy, they get for free. And so, I've got an absolute ton of games that I've never played. Oh, I didn't get it? Oh, you son of a... I got you, lop-eared fuck. I thought that was still gonna come back and hit him. Sounds like it's out there. Just in the ether. Ooh! We got him. Holy fuck. I think this is a record-breaking night for multiple things. First of all, record-breaking night for stars, donations, comments. I've never had 410 comments. This is an insane number of comments. Here I am commenting on the comments. This is wild. Thank you guys for coming in here. Sadie, Uncanny, Joe. Wow, that's crazy. I love having this much conversation. For me, it makes the whole experience so much better. I love it. That's what I love streaming for. I might go, you know, weeks at a time without having much conversation. But then every once in a while, it all comes back around and it's cool. I love it. That's why I do this. I could just be playing these games by myself, but I like being able to chat and hang out with people, and makes it all fun. And I like to entertain too. I like to be funny at times. It's harder to be funny with this game because I know everything that's going to happen. So nothing crazy is ever going to pop up. But, alright. Well, I beat the first one and the second one completely in a night. 4 hours, roughly, each. 4 hours, and I'm only halfway on this one because there's Evening Lake and then there's the night one where you're kind of out in space. So I won't be on tomorrow, Saturday, and probably not Sunday. Sunday, it's a wild card if I do or don't. I probably won't. But I'll be back on Monday, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time again, and then I'll finish this. It'll be a ton of fun. So, for the trivia question tonight, which galaxy is closest to our own galaxy? Ooh-wee. I got you guys. Well, some of you. It is an even split. 50% of you said Milky Way, 50% of you said Andromeda. So let me tell you, you guys were close. You were so close. For those of you who picked Milky Way. You want to know how close you were? The Milky Way is the galaxy we're in right now. So the closest galaxy to our own is the Andromeda galaxy. Let me say, you're close. But it turns out the butterfly and the antenna are real things. Check this out. I pulled up a list of galaxies for this question because I didn't know what else there is. There's the backward galaxy, the black eye, the cartwheel, the cigar, the coma pinwheel, the comet, cosmos, the eye of Sauron. They have a galaxy named after a Lord of the Rings character. Hilarious. Fireworks, hockey stick. There's a hockey stick galaxy. Large Magellanic? I don't know. Lindsay Shapley ring. A little sombrero. Sculptor dwarf. Mice. Needle. Pinwheel. Sculptor. Another sombrero. Did I already say sombrero? There's a little sombrero and then there's sombrero. Sunflower. Tadpole. Whirlpool. They got all kinds of stuff. They're not well named. Most of them are kind of just terrible. I want that energy, but I feel bad when I see a girl showing titty meat, hasn't even streamed for 40 minutes, and they already have over 1.2k views and are already partnered. Saw her profile. It happens, dude. She's only streaming for a month. I know. It's crazy. Yas, me not stupid. I've heard of those. Sadie, wow. I haven't heard of almost any of these. Andromeda is the only one I heard of because of Mass Effect. The Mass Effect games. And I did not know that that was a real galaxy. But it turns out it makes sense that that's why it was the Mass Effect one, because it's the closest one to us. So, yeah, there we go. So, okay, I'm going to do some shout-outs for all you wonderful people here tonight. Thank you, Joe, for the follow last night. Lindsay for the like, Derek for the like, Kayla for the like, Sam for the like and share, Uncanny for the follow. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for chatting along with us too. Joe, thanks for chatting along with us as well. Brianna and Dan, thanks for the likes. Manuel, thanks for the like. Susan for the like. Sadie, thank you for the 200 stars. Just dropping by to support because you're playing my favorite game. Okay, bye. Was what you told me then. Then, seconds later, Sadie drops me another 1,000 stars, says, okay, now I'm done. Bye. Then, Sadie, shortly later, donates $25. Keep up the good work. Then, Sadie, shortly later, 200 stars for getting it. Then Sadie, 50 stars shortly later. Stars. Then shares from William. Then 50 stars later. Do for the potty. That was amazing. So thank you for all of those, Sadie. You're amazing. Thanks for chatting along and hanging out with us. I know you said you were just gonna leave right away, but you came back. I'm glad you did. You're awesome. Hey, don't forget to follow so you can pop back in. You don't need to feel the need to give stars, but hey, come back, talk, hang out with us. It's been a good time. Thank you for the another 200 stars. You're amazing. Used to watch a lot of Discovery Channel back when they weren't garbage. Yep, still gonna report and block. Have a good night, bro. Be easy. Thanks, man. You too. Sadie with and the other cat with the huge support. Yeah, you're amazing. Love it. Already did. Thank you. Oh, you already did? Oh shit, it didn't even pop up. Well, hey, thank you for the follow then. I appreciate it. Well, you guys have a good weekend. Cheers. Hold on. I can finish this. I can finish this for you guys while I'm here. Cheers. That's funny. That's funny. I hadn't changed the trivia question to show up in the in the stream yet. So somebody switched their answer from Milky Way to Andromeda. You are hilarious. I think so. Later. Cheers. Hey, thank you guys. Remember, I'll be on Monday. Hey, hopefully I'll see you guys then. Until then, have a great weekend. You guys are amazing. You guys made my night. Both of you showed up out of nowhere. Both of you are amazing. Everyone else who came in and dropped a like and support and all that, you guys are all amazing. So, everyone have a great weekend. Sorry, had to. Hey. That's totally okay. Chris Morris, drop it in for a like quick before we end it. I don't have any more to drink. Maybe there's a drip in here. I got something. Thank you, Chris. Hey. Chris, Sadie, Uncanny, Joe, everyone else. Everyone have a good night, good weekend. Stay fresh, cheese bags. That's my catchphrase. And I'll see you guys on Monday, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time. Deuces.